What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to episode 1049 of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small dick energy. It is Wednesday, April 17th of 2024. It is good to have you guys in this afternoon. Let me drink something here. It is good to have you guys in today. Thank you guys very, very much for showing up. Got a great show in store for you today. I will be joined in short order by today's special guest, none other than Tiffany Fox Botox, who actually happened to be on the panel. She actually happened to be on the panel that we are breaking down today. Yeah, she was actually there. So we're going to get her opinions and everything. It's sort of a kind of a live play-by-play type of deal. But we should be good to go. We should be good to go. All right, let me read some of these chats here. Brandon Hines, good to see you in here. Scott Cheetos says, "Let's go, Donovan. Respect, brother. Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in today." Captain Red Pill says, ABW ratchets. I'm here for this. Yeah, right. Yeah, Captain Red Pill says, I'm starting to even see American black women in my gym. They love a good deal. And I said, wait a minute, you saw a black woman at the gym on purpose? Shout out to my guys over on the Rumble side. We've got Suffolk's Finest, and Myron is a great son and grand person, something or other. I'll just call him Myron is. Just Myron is. Marcus Romero Productions. Good to see you in here. The Sports Globe podcast says, are you broadcasting on Twitch? I haven't seen it for the past few broadcasts. No, I am not broadcasting on Twitch because I normally just get like one viewer. But I might start up there. I might start broadcasting on Twitch again at some point. So what we're gonna do, guys, before Tiffany Fox gets here, because she's taking care of some stuff, but I've got her on deck. I'm going to continue reacting to the Saint and Sinner on the. Oops! Wait a minute. I'm going to reply to the Saint and Sinner, who was on. There we go. Who was on Fresh and Fit? One of my staffers told me that there was some people in the chat who said that I had stopped the breakdown right before the double Frank Castle. So I said, all right, well, let's go ahead and react to this. And as soon as Tiffany gets back in studio, we will move on with today's broadcast. So here we go.
And Robert Kiyosaki was on there.
Yeah.
And then I think Justin Waller was in the room too. And we were all in the elevator and we're like, how much money is in this elevator right now?
Yeah.
And I thought about that and I go, if you looked around at all those guys that were there, I mean, with the exception of maybe Justin Waller, like if you looked at those guys just walking on the street, you would not say, that guy's a billionaire, I'm going to go after that guy. You would not know the difference whether that guy is. And the only billionaire, the close billionaire that was in that room was Ken McElroy.
Yeah.
All the rest of them, they were worth hundreds of millions of
and
dollars.
because he said he made his money in real estate. That's why I got skeptical.
Oh,
Because I'm in real estate.
Ken McElroy is the only billionaire I know.
You have to control to have a net worth of $1 billion.
Yeah, there's not.
That's why in my head I was like, "There's no way." Like, there's no way. He's probably worth a couple, maybe 100 million, 200 million.
There's some other things too, but I was nervous and I didn't want to go on a tangent. But
of course you did.
I'm not sure. Well, and you got to remember, Ken McElroy remarried to a much younger woman.
if you're a woman making $60,000, you have not the foggiest idea.
Yeah.
Dude, she continues. All right. My guest is here. So I guess I'll continue breaking this down. Is that the one? Nope. Is that it? There it is. There she is. Tiffany Fox, the lovely and talented Tiffany Fox. Or she's Tiffany Fox, but as we affectionately refer to her here at TSR Towers. We call her Tiffany Fox Botox. Tiffany, how's it going today?
Great. I just got some Botox actually, and I thought about you. And actually, I got something else when I thought about you, but I totally forgot to pick it up on my dining room table.
Oh yeah, the Snickers bar, right?
At the Snickers bar. Oh,
There you go. There we go.
It's such a nutty episode.
Oh my God. Oh, hang on. It's such a nutty episode. There we go. Awesome.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Turn down your mic just a little bit. All right. Yep, that is so much better. Okay, very good. So now I'm going to adjust the volumes here. We do it live, guys. Sometimes we'll have to do, on-the-job training, on screen, and this and that. Okay, so let's continue.
Of even what a millionaire is, and that's mostly what the case is. We have a lot.
So what they're talking about here, guys, is the fact that the fact that everyone else really just kind of seems to be everyone just kind of takes for granted. Everyone kind of takes for granted that, that these women are telling the truth about these millionaires and billionaires.
A lot of OF girls who are
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I got to make sure everybody can hear everything.
exaggerating their earnings, and they go on podcasts like this, and all of them act like they're balling. The average earning is $150 per month. So the reality
For
is,
OF.
yeah, and women, because they don't pay for things, especially when they're dating bosses, they don't know what things cost. I had a situation
Right. They just
very
don't.
quickly. I was
right.
dealing with a very
They have no
good-looking
idea.
young lady, Latina from the East Coast. She flew herself out, which I respect.
can't hear it.
Because I'm not going to fly you out.
You can't hear it?
No, I can't.
Huh, you were able to before. Can you guys hear it on the the YouTube and Rumble side? That's weird. You were definitely able to hear it before. Huh. Hang on a second.
I can't see chat on my side.
You can't see anything?
I can't see the chat, no.
Oh, no. You're not supposed to see the chat on your side. Oh, no. Hang on.
Flew herself out.
How about that? Can you hear that?
No.
And, I had a number of things arranged. It was Super Bowl weekend in Los
How about that? That is so weird. Why in the world can you not? So everybody else can hear it, but you can't. This makes no sense. Give me 1 second, guys. We do it live. Okay, so
Should
you guys, go ahead.
Should I Frank Castle myself out and rejoin?
Yeah. Jump back, jump out, and then jump back in, and then redo the settings as well, because it has a tendency of resetting your settings, like with audio and stuff.
That's lovely. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Vegas.
yeah.
wow.
Surprise!
Super
I'm
Bowl
blind,
weekend.
guys. All right, I'll see you
Expensive
guys.
ticket too. Much respect.
So not only is everything expensive, I'm doing everything A1, right? So hotel,
Can you
top
please
of the
stop
line.
with the low IQ comments on the side? If he's speaking
Hang on a second. I didn't catch that last person. Said.
Things, especially when they're dating bosses, they don't know what things cost. I had a situation very quickly. I was dealing with a very good-looking young lady, Latina from the East Coast. She flew herself out, which I respect, because I'm not going to fly you out. She flew herself out, and I had a number of things arranged. It was Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas.
wow.
Super Bowl weekend.
So it was an expensive ticket too. Much respect.
So not only is everything expensive, I'm doing everything A1, right? So hotel,
Can you
top
please
of the
stop
line.
with the low IQ comments on the side? If he's speaking, shut up. Like, let him talk.
So,
Incredible.
long story short, at the end of the night, and I got 2 places in Vegas, right? And so I have a hotel set up with her, and I'm not going to pressure anybody. Like if there's a flow, there's a.
And as you and here's the thing. Oh yeah. Captain Red Pill says this nigga loves Latinas, dude. Hell yeah, man. Hell, dude. Oh my God, dude. I smashed more Mexican girls out in Vegas than. Oh my goodness, good Lord. And as we demonstrated yesterday, the blonde white girl is still checking for your boy.
If there's not a flow, let's carry on, right? So we had a 2-night situation. So I drop her back off at valet, and I said, do you want me to come up, or shall we say good night? I'll see you tomorrow morning. She says, why don't you come up? And
Okay.
then first thought in my head, I was like, okay, cool. You're trying to get maxed out. So I go upstairs, we're
Maxed
chopping it
out.
up, and then eventually, and when we sit down, it's the most awkward thing on earth. So there's this huge couch.
You still can't hear it? Go to your go to your settings in StreamYard and make sure all of your settings.
Main stereo, echo cancellation, reduce mic background noise, automatically adjust mic volume.
Yep. Okay.
I sit down in the middle. She sits down all the way at the edge. I never seen anything like this in my entire life. I was like, this is weird as hell. Now, as I said, I'm not going to press it. So we have like 5 minutes of conversation. I'll say, hey, I'll see you tomorrow.
God Loves says, how's it going today, family? Sorry for bothering you guys with this, but I need your help. I mean, look, I'll give you all the help I can get, but...
Tomorrow for breakfast, we'll do X, Y, and Z. I'll see you in a bit. She's like, whoa, where are you going? Why are you leaving?
I will love
I was
to
like,
hear
because...
This doesn't, I don't know why it is. You were able to hear it before, and now you can't now. Let me think. Hang on a second.
You're sitting as far as humanly possible without sitting on the floor. Like, you're sitting as far as possible. I was like, so I'm too valuable to be in a hashtag Me Too scenario. I'm too valuable to be in a you pressure me. None of it. So I'm leaving. Why are you leaving? Let's talk about it. Oh, there's nothing to talk about. It's 1 a.m. and you invited me up to the suite at 1 a.m. There's not much to talk about at 1 a.m. I was like, you are supposed to be getting smashed right now.
Yes.
And if you don't want to get smashed, then fantastic. I'm going to leave, but we're not going to sit and pack.
Very good point there by Marquette. Hang on a second. There we go.
Patty cake and chop it up.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not able to hear what I can hear. This has always been a problem. And they can hear you, and you can hear me. Okay, try. You know what? I'm going to make an adjustment on my end. Try jumping out one more time and jumping back in.
I got a number of events tomorrow. We can talk then. No, wait, hold on and talk. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm booking you a flight.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, yep, I'm booking you a flight. You're flying out as soon as possible. Then she gets back to the East Coast and she texts me like, hey, I kind of thought about it. I understand. I want to pay you back for what you spent.
Oh,
now, mind you,
God.
she flew herself out.
Right.
She said, I want to pay you back for what you spent, right? VIP Super Bowl tickets, the best suite in Crockford's, which is an ultra luxury resort.
Ooh, God.
Dinner, everything the finest, right? I think she sent me like $400.
Oh my God.
You were playing girl math. That's what it was.
She sent like $400, and I respect the fact that she tried, and I understand that this like means something in her income, but I was like, I paid that to valet to park my car.
Yes, thank you.
I paid that to valet and mind you, valet is free for me.
Yeah.
That was a tip.
Yeah.
To valet.
Right, the tip to the valet. Right. But she has no earthly clue. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. All right, sorry guys.
And it just annoyed me because I was like, see, like, we work so damn hard to get in position, and you can never appreciate it because you do not comprehend.
Yeah.
You want to say millionaire, you don't know what a millionaire is. Like, and it annoys me because, and then a girl will get a guy like me, and then she's like, oh, you work so much. Do you think I'm successful from not working? They all actually want an influencer. So that
this is one of the. Well, he said he was dealing with a Latina. This seems to be another crux. Not even a crutch. A weakness of women is they want you to make good money, which is fine, but then they want to know why you're gone all the time. Well, sweetheart, like, this is why I'm able to do what I do, right? Like, especially with black women. Black women, it's so funny. American black women, like ratchet black women, they want the nigga with more money in his pocket than in his bank account. That's essentially what this is.
The guy makes money while showing his cool lifestyle, which I think most of these guys are broke anyways. But I say that to say, Women do not have the foggiest idea of what true prices are,
Nope.
what it really takes to earn
Nope.
the value of $1, and
Nope.
what a millionaire lifestyle is. Because I've
Right, and this is why two women in that room, this is why two women in that room said, "Oh, I knew a billionaire. One of them happened to want to marry me." That's why we knew it was all cap. Dude, I don't know any billionaires, and I'm Donovan fucking Sharpe. And if I don't know billionaires, then I know those two don't.
$1 million in just cars. So people want to say they're a millionaire. They couldn't afford my cars and still be a millionaire. That's
Right,
a lot of
exactly.
money. But women expect you to
Right.
be able to switch a car. You know, they expect you to be able to get in here and get in there, and they don't realize how much it actually takes. And also, if you're living an Instagrammable lifestyle, how far $1 million does not go.
Oh my God, yeah.
Well
Very
said.
easy to spend it
Well
right
said.
now.
That's because women marry a lifestyle, not the man.
That's right.
That is true.
They want the lifestyle.
It just
They do it these days.
it's really crazy to me how often women are fooled. Like, say, oh yeah, I talked to this guy at the strip club and he owns Bitcoin. They're like, he's the president of. I heard a girl, I swear to God, a stripper at the Reiner say he's the president of Bitcoin.
That's
Like
amazing.
it's like when you hear shit like that,
That
it's
guy.
like, bro, what the fuck is it?
Satoshi?
And
Oh,
they just
my
get
God.
fooled. And then the other one is the guy who's doing something illegal or knows he's got to get his money out of there quick or doesn't want to pay taxes on it. We call it the drug dealer effect. So this guy has a ton of free time. He's got to spend his money really quick.
Talk about
and
it.
the girl.
Yeah, Roadblock 85, you were here yesterday, weren't you? You were here yesterday. Yeah, like we talked about the blonde. Well, I think her name was Natalia. The blonde, she couldn't keep her eyes off Marquette. She just couldn't keep her eyes off him. I mean, dude, it was like we stopped the show. I can't tell you how many times we stopped the show yesterday.
Feels like, oh, I'm dating a millionaire or a billionaire, and she's not. She's dating a dope dealer, and she doesn't have any of. And he has plenty of time. Then all of a sudden, she finds a dude who's a square. He's not spending as much money because he's putting in a 401k.
There
And
you
she's
go.
like, he's boring. It's like, no, this guy right
Wow,
here is
there
going to
you
be
go.
generationally wealthy. You're dating a guy.
Again, modern women want men who have more money in their pocket than in their bank account. Sorry.
Who's about to do 5 to 10 in fucking Victorville.
That's right.
Yeah.
Does someone else have? Someone had a question or something like that.
I had a question for the guys because I was like wondering if you guys
Yeah, you're right. I did not go live yesterday. I went live Monday.
were able to make 2.5 million through OnlyFans and stripping and doing porn and all together because there is some girls.
That's a lot of work. 2.4 million. You got to strip and do OnlyFans and do porn. That's a lot, dude. That's a lot of body to be selling, man. That's a lot of body.
Girls that
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3.
hit those like numbers.
It's so few. These girls
Yeah.
are lying, girl.
And they're going to end
But
up
I'm
broke.
like,
full
would
of
you
it.
guys do it too? Because I'm like, you guys have this strong opinion on
Now I
girls.
want it. When I was
If there
younger, I
was
had no
a
money
qu-
maybe, but yeah, now I'm.
If
now
there
I'm
was an
comfortable.
equivalent of getting easy money, yeah.
Yeah, every
Who's
man
not
that
going
I
to?
know, if they had the opportunity, says, hell yeah, I
man, what
would.
the fuck is
Hell
it?
yeah,
course they
I
would.
would.
Say that.
Sean Morris with the $10 super chat says, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Women have no concept of numbers, be it income, height, dick size, or odds and percentages. No, women have a really good handle on dick size because it's what they have the most experience with. Women don't have that much experience. Women have more experience with dick than they do money. That's why they can properly identify a big dick from a small dick. All right, Tiffany, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Okay, can you hear this? Listen.
Most
See,
of them are
that's the,
judging.
that's the measure of the man, though. That's how you measure the man.
Did you hear any of that?
I just hear my air purifier.
Damn it, man. Urgh. All right, let me work on this while I break this down, and I'll make sure I get you on before we do the other one.
And the same way you measure the woman, because there's a lot of women who I know women that are shaped like an ocho, you dig?
Yes.
Shaped like a number 8. They could easily go into the industry and cake out, but they choose not to. That's
Right.
the measure of the man. I remember when I was getting into boxing, and shout out to real fighters, real champions. I love combat sports. And then my buddy's mom called me. They're both Jewish, and she said, "Marquette, you went to
What
Berkeley,
did
you went
you
to Johns
do
Hopkins.
earlier with your
Do you think
sound
it's
bites
smart to
when we
get
were
punched in your
testing
fucking
everything?
head for money? You think that's what people like us?"
Captain Red Pill says, most white women show genuine desire. I noticed. Yes. Genuine desire is also feminine, right? And as we know, black women lack femininity. Thrilla72 says, Tiffany, check your setup. Yeah, we're trying to work out. We're trying to work out the trying to work
Can
this
you guys
out
hear
now.
me?
Yeah, we can definitely hear you. I just don't know why you can't hear. I don't know why they can't. I don't know why you can't hear what we hear. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let me try something.
Is it a you problem or is it a me problem?
I think it's a. Hold on.
Do in our class? No, that's
Excuse me.
How about that? Did you hear that?
with lower.
No.
I think this is a YouTube problem. It doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm going to try one more thing.
No.
All right, jump out, and then jump back in. I'm going to try one more thing.
All right. I'll see you guys in another set.
Yes, sir.
She's like, no, that's what lower class people. Yeah. That's what lower class people do because that is their best option.
What if you don't do it for the money?
True.
Are you kidding me? Who just said, what are you doing? Hold up, though. Hold up. Yeah. What if you do it for the money? No, dude, women are not sex workers for the money. But yeah, what I was telling you guys, yes, black women don't like to show indicators of interest. Like, black women they're masculine as fuck. They show interest the way men show interest. Like, they'll make fun of you, they'll pick on you.
Shaped like an ocho, you dig? Shaped like a number 8. They could easily go into the industry and cake out, but they choose not to. That's the measure of the man. I remember when I was getting into boxing, and shout out to real fighters, real champions. I love combat sports. And then my buddy's mom called me. They're both Jewish. And she said, Marquette, you went to Berkeley, you went to Johns Hopkins. Do you think it's smart to get punched in your fucking head for money? You think that's what people like us do in our class? No, that's what lower class. No disrespect. You know, I get it. She's like, no, that's what lower class people. In the parking lot now. Yeah. That's what lower class people do because that is their best option.
What if you don't do it for the money?
It's true.
What if you don't do it for the money? Oh my God! I hope she's talking about sex work, or maybe she's talking about combat sports.
Like basic porn.
Why would you want to get punched in the face?
I actually was a teacher.
There it is. Did you hear what he just said? The same reason why girls do porn. Didn't have an option. He didn't have an option. Fighting was his only way out. Now, there are people who are, oh crap. There are people who are, I don't want to say born into privilege, but they're not how can I put this? They're not affluent, but they're not born from nothing, right? They didn't just come from nothing. They actually came from something. Yes, like Devin says, emotional damage, right? Exactly. They're just some people who just want to be in combat sports. Maybe it's a legacy thing. Maybe his dad boxed, so he wanted to box. But yeah, people normally don't do combat sports unless it is absolutely something they have to do. It's the same thing with women. The problem is more women can turn to sex work than men can turn to combat sports. So once again, the women have the advantage, at least economically, in that regard.
Right? So when I first got to university, I wanted to help kids make something of themselves because America is the land of opportunity, even still. And when I would have those little girls in my class, 10, 11 years old, and, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? Not one of them said, I want to sell my body on the internet.
They don't know what that is.
They don't know what that is, exactly, which is letting you know that is not a natural instinct. That is not a natural instinct.
They're not a woman.
And most of us, if we could do the thing we dreamt of as a child, that would be a win. I remember when they asked me, what do I want to be?
I remember James Dean, he said in kindergarten, he's like, I want to be a porn star. And he's a male, so like, how about him?
Yeah, right. Awesome. James Dean says that he wanted to be a porn star when he was a kid. Every guy wants to be a porn star. Every guy wants to be a porn star, y'all. Every guy wants to be a porn star. and even if he did say that when he was a kid, exception to the rule. Mr. Shane Vicious, where have you been? Mr. Shane Vicious says that's because black women are Klingons. They have very similar mating habits. Luckily, I'm a Vulcan. Oh, this motherfucking guy. That's funny as hell.
Fantastic for him.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
No,
the porn star James Dean, not like the actor. I was confused for a moment.
Not like there's a guy.
I don't know what happened to that child. I mean, that's really disturbing. I didn't.
Yeah, and yeah, for her to say that he knew at 6 years old he wanted to be a porn star, that is disturbing. Little boys, you know what? Let me go back and make sure I heard what I think she said.
Not one of them said, "I want to sell my body on the internet."
They don't know what that is.
You know, they don't know what that is exactly, which is letting you know that is not a natural instinct. That is not a natural instinct.
They're not a woman.
And most of us, if we could do the thing we dreamt of as a child, that would be a win. I remember when they asked me, what do I want to be?
I remember James Dean, he said in kindergarten, he's like,
in kindergarten. How old are you in kindergarten? 4 or 5 years old? What the fuck does a 4 or 5 year old know about pornography? Huh? What does a 4 or 5 year old know about pornography? Yeah, nothing. I'm sure James Dean said that. I'm sure I'm sure he said, when I was a kid, I knew I wanted to be a porn star. He's lying. Because if you're 4 or 5 years old and you know what pornography is, that's a problem in and of itself. That's why we know, this is why we know that either James Dean was lying or she is. That's ridiculous.
I want to be a porn star, and he's a male, so like, how about him?
How about him? Look at that. How about him? And now she's, and she said it like it's a mic drop moment.
Fantastic for him.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
No,
James Dean, not like the actor. I was confused for a moment.
Not like, there's a guy in porn,
I was like,
he knew what he
I don't
wanted
know what
since
happened
day
to
one.
that child. I mean, that's really disturbing. I didn't even see pornography until I was 14 years old on accident.
Thank you.
And
yes. See, this, and once again, this is why this woman is a sex worker, guys. This is why this woman is a sex worker, because she's as dumb as a box of rocks, guys. Only women have the privilege of being absolutely stupid and still surviving. She expected us to believe that James Dean said he wanted to be a porn star when he was in kindergarten as a 5-year-old. Really? No, no. James Dean never said that. And if he said that, James Dean would tell you that he's lying because he didn't know what pornography was. So once again, this is another woman straight up lying because she thinks it's going to win the argument. Come on.
I'm very thankful. But one thing we do have to acknowledge is there's a number of people, and I think you had said, like that's what they have to, no, you said that's what they have to offer. Like we all have different things to offer. There's some women I've met, there's one Moroccan chick I'm thinking of in particular right now, you heard me, was not good at anything. Her conversation was atrocious. But boy, she could please you something vicious.
Real talk.
She could please you just something vicious. And she was sweet and pleasant to be around, had no personality, no intelligence, no skill set. And so there are some people that just seem like they're better off doing certain things. I want to acknowledge that. But what we cannot do is have the masses of females thinking that the best route for them is OF.
It takes a bad bitch to be an OnlyFans model.
No, it doesn't take a bad bitch to be an OnlyFans model. Doesn't take a bad bitch. Takes a girl with a fucked up upbringing who's really lazy. Guys, honestly, OnlyFans creators are just women who are lazy. Do we know any OnlyFans creators who are regularly in the gym? Phoenix Light Games with the $2 super chat says, what she just said was really disturbing. Yes, it was. Ay. And now she's about to say, you gotta be a bad bitch to be a porn star. Ay.
In the caliber of a woman.
Let me play devil's advocate here really quickly.
You should never advocate for the devil when you're talking to the saints.
But
go on. Go on. Got the red glasses on.
No, but we just we had what was her name?
Ava James?
Ava James, that's right. She was in here. She studied up to become a special ed teacher, right? She was teaching autistic children.
Wow.
Very much a needed profession in our society, especially right now. But let's just say, you can at least recognize how much investment in education you would have to have in something like that, the money that would be involved in you taking out student loans to be able to do, you got to go to college, you got to go through all this your training, you got to be certified to teach,
right.
You got to have all the special stuff. So you're investing maybe maybe what 4, 6, maybe even 8 years of your life into that. Now you get
Dre Raven on the YouTube side says she took that personally. She's trying to qualify herself to him. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Into that.
Well, I don't know the
that
context. There's many ways you can find yourself in a classroom, even a special ed classroom, and with insignificant levels of education and investment. But go on.
The details. Okay. But the thing is, we've also interviewed women who are surgical nurses, women who get into like very high-end professions. Hell, you could even talk to some attorneys, right? Who got into following this is the profession that I dreamed of becoming when I was a young girl, and now I want to be an attorney, I want to be a surgeon, I want to be whatever it is, right?
Yes.
And then they realize that those start them at maybe $86,000 a year. They start doing OnlyFans, and they're making that in a month.
There it is.
A very small percentage of them, the data bears this out very clearly. That's number one. And then number two, they realize that there's work involved. Even I wanted to be an attorney. I remember this like it was yesterday. I was at Johns Hopkins University in a cafe. I was walking by. There's a little white woman with curly hair, had a bunch of papers on her desk. I said, what do you have all these goddamn papers for? You're killing all the trees. And she says, oh, I'm a law professor. I said, oh, I just got into top law schools. She says, where'd you get into? And I told her, she's like, oh, sit down, young man. I sit down, and she says, do not become a lawyer. Become a lawyer. I said, why? She says, because the profession is contracting. People aren't becoming partner because people aren't retiring. The incomes are not, they're really capped off. She was like, so a smart guy like you, there's many other things you should do. Now, I say that to say this. And she was like, oh, and look at all these papers. She was like, very true. You don't get to be Matlock. You don't get to be like, here's the OJ glove. Yeah. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Yes.
She was like, that's TV stuff. That's a small percentage of the work. And it's a lot of work. I met another guy who said the same thing. So what happens is these women, they go through schooling. And I don't think it's necessary that most males or females engage in tertiary education. But they go through the schooling, and women are good at schooling. Why? Because you follow fucking directions.
That's it. Dude, he took the words right out of my mouth. This is why women dominate in the American education system, because really all it is following directions and memorizing. But then when it comes to post-secondary education or jobs where critical thinking is involved, this is where the men take over and the women drop off.
Schooling is organized around the female modality.
100%.
Right. So then they get into the workforce, and then they have to realize that you're not special. They have to take directions, and then they have to work. And more importantly, they have to experience stress. School is a low-stress environment. I'm going to give you a test based on everything we talked about. It's predictable. Women don't like stress. They don't handle it very well, and they do not like working. The feminist lie has misguided them, so they realize this is work, whereas I could just rub my vagina and get paid. I think I'll do that.
There it is. There it is. He's right. He's right. Sex work is real work, but it's also lazy work.
That's what work. OnlyFans requires a lot of work.
You want to generalize women who are in sex work, and you think that all of them had a choice, right?
Oh, you were
That's
forced?
What you're saying?
You were trafficked?
Yeah. I was actually a victim of exploitation, and
Stop the cap.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I need to write another 49 laws of Sharpe, y'all. I need to write another 40. The 49 laws of... women will always lie to win an argument. They will always lie to win an argument. Every single time. He's like, oh, you were forced, you were trafficked? Actually, I was exploited. Of course you were.
I took it upon myself. No, actually, I had a boyfriend who was trying to put revenge porn on the internet.
Okay, so the porn was shot with your consent.
Which is illegal, right?
Which is illegal, and at the time, I didn't have the knowledge that that was illegal. And so I made the choice that I beat him to the chase, and I joined porn.
Beat him to the... Oh, there it is. I joined porn.
That was crazy.
And I did it. And I got him off my back. He was stalking me. And
reverse
you know what?
Oh, that is absolute... Dude, guys, that is the biggest crock of bullshit I've ever heard. What this woman just said is dude, this was a crock of shit. Hell, even the blonde 43-year-old who tells everyone she's 31, even she knows it's cap. So let me get this straight. You became a porn star because your now ex-boyfriend, who was exploiting you, was going to run to the internet and put a revenge porn tape on the internet. And so you decided to beat him to the punch and become a porn star before... Bitch, come on, dude. I mean, come on. Like and look at her. Look at her. She is deadly serious right now. She really does believe that we believe this bullshit coming out of her mouth. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Phoenix Light Games with the $5 super chat says, you got to be a bad bitch to be a porn star, and yet there's multiple genres of different women. This just proves once again that women are not special. That's exactly right. The Sports Globe podcast with the $2 super chat says, you can study Taylor Swift in college now. I hope that's not. I hope that's not true.
Oh, card.
Mr. Shane Vishitz says he spells it Dean, so it's not to be confused with the actor James Dean. Oh, I thought she was actually talking about the actor. I thought maybe James Dean had done porn back in the day. But look, but look how deadly serious she is. Look how deadly. She actually believes that we believe her story. She thinks she's dropping the mic right now.
And also, I found, because actually before that, I was a legal secretary. I went to school for audio engineer and music production.
Yeah, there it was. Here, see, when she glitches out, that means she's trying to think of a lie.
And so I was a brain. And so when I got into the industry, I learned that there was camming. There's other ways to make money. Sure. You're using your body, but it is also a job.
It's a choice, sweet cheeks. You said you didn't have a choice.
Skill.
Yeah, there's
and a
almost
lot of
everything,
women now they have the choice. Back in the day,
how old are you?
I'm 34. I already told you.
You said back in the day like you were in slavery or something.
I am saying in the past before OnlyFans was a thing.
I want to
No. But we ain't talking about other women and OnlyFans. We talking about you right now, sweetie. Do you see how she's trying to blur the lines? First, she's trying to insinuate that she didn't have a choice to join porn. Then, of course, Marquette asks her one simple question. Oh, wait, you were forced? You were trafficked? And that spawned off this crazy, ridiculous story. This lie. And now she's going to tell an even bigger lie to cover up the other lie. Ay. The Sports Globe podcast, another $5 super chat, says at Harvard, Texas, and Cal Berkeley, professors teach Swift-inspired classes. Oh, my God. Yeah, Devin says cam girls have been around since the late 90s. Yeah, dude. You serious?
See, that you had to be signed to an agency. You scared the crap out of me when you said he was going to put out porn on me, so I put it out first myself. Like,
yeah, I did. I did, because you know what? I'm not going to stand down from a man.
I hear you, but I just want to let you know that does not make sense and that's not rational. That's why fathers are important. No, really, that's why fathers are critically.
Yeah, Marquette is absolutely going to cook her, and he doesn't even have to use logic to cook her. He doesn't even have to use logic to cook her, man. Because all he has to say is, your story makes absolutely no sense because it's really not true.
Important, because if you came to me as a father and you said, hey, Dad, I did something perhaps irresponsible or questionable. I made a pornography with the guy I'm dating. I would have said, hey, I understand
you want to know what? You want to know? You want to go into father? So as this happened, my father was a drug addict.
Okay.
And as I did that, I told my parents, and I actually took care of my parents. Okay, so having a father figure.
You took care of your
my father went to jail.
Lucky, you know, not everyone has a dad.
So actually,
we have to let her talk.
One at a time.
I want to add something.
As you say, sex work is bad and it's shameful and all that.
I didn't say it's shameful.
You're shaming women.
You're implying it.
No, I'm not shaming women. I'm shaming those who do not want to acknowledge what it is. I earlier said that there's some women that are going to do that, and that's fine.
Let me finish.
See, there we go. See, there it is. Now you want him to let you finish because he's making a point.
You actually interrupted me. You don't realize you're talking right now because you interrupted me and I stopped talking. Well, in case you didn't pay attention to that.
Somebody needs to
so go
respond to what you're talking about.
Well, you can't respond to what. That's the problem. You want to respond to what he's talking about, but you don't know what he's talking about because you won't let him talk.
And the thing is that there is a financial benefit to take care of things if you use it in the right way.
You can say
Not
the same
all
thing about a
sex
husband.
workers.
You can say the same thing about
If
getting a good
I wanted
husband.
to, if we had a choice and we
What do you
wanted to
mean?
be bowed
This is
down
America.
to
This is
have
not
a
Pakistan.
husband.
We don't want to bow down
Wait,
to
that's
no
the problem.
man.
Hold on
need
one
a
second.
husband.
This is not Pakistan. That's the problem. Is you keep saying if we had a choice. You did have a choice. In fact, and
chose
it's
I
funny,
had a choice,
are
and
you-
You did have a choice, but you said you didn't have a choice. Smooth NY says she's triggered by his fact. Like, you can, I mean, dude, like, this girl is low IQ. Like, this is amateur hour over here, man.
I didn't want to do that.
You see, when I look at you, phenotypically, you look white to me. People have confused you for being white, correct?
She's Italian and Filipino.
No, hold on one second. People have confused you.
Filipina and Italian.
I heard you
but
say
what
that
is-
earlier.
What does
but
race have to do with this?
It doesn't have
'Cause I'm
anything to do
speaking
with.
Oh my God, this bitch is so goddamn. What does race have to do with it? And now she's switching her head back and forth. Oh my God, guys, this is why look, women become sex workers for many, many reasons. Some of those reasons overlap. But blondie and redhead, part of the reason they're sex workers, part of the reason because they're sex workers is because they're too dumb to work any other job. And believe it or not, like being a legal secretary, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's nothing to sneeze at. Like, you think this is no, like a legal secretary is literally just a secretary. It's certainly not a paralegal, not by any stretch of the imagination. Phoenix Light Games with another $10 super chat says, it's so funny. Women don't like hearing generalizations about themselves that isn't flattering, and yet they will use generalizations at their convenience. I feel sorry for this redhead's daughter. Oh my God, that's right. That is right. Ay, 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 ay. Devin says, I guarantee you she puts white in her dating profile. Absolutely. Of course she does.
To you, and you're
I'm going to
speaking
let
to
you
me.
know. You're talking like you're so oppressed. You're the most empowered person in the society, the white woman, okay?
Dude, 100%. I've said make. No, I still don't see Tiffany. No, I still don't. White women, white females, they are the most, they live the best lives of any class, of any human in world history. Let me repeat that. White women in America live the best lives of any class of human on the planet in history. All of them. All of them.
Even more than the white man, because white women can say white men have white male privilege, cisgender white male privilege. You're the most privileged person in the society. Talking about you didn't have a choice. If you didn't have a choice, how did anyone else have a choice? You're over enrolled in college. You had every choice and opportunity. You're blaming others. You're not taking accountability. There's nothing wrong with saying I chose sex work because it was the easiest, quickest dollar to get out of the situation I was in. That's what you did. You chose sex work. You said you put out the porn.
I didn't choose it
You
because
didn't
it was
choose
the
it?
easiest job. I did many.
Oh, really? Which is easier? Which is easier, porn or being a legal secretary? Yeah, I didn't think so. And what Marquette is doing here, he is, dude, this is why most girls get into the sex trade, into sex work, because it is easy work. You want to know why we know it's easy work? Because girls are fucking stomping down the doors to do it. Dude, do you honestly believe that this many women would be sex workers if sex work was easy? Bitch, please. Women choose sex work because it is the easiest and it pays the most. That's why.
Many careers before I did sex work.
Why do you seem so embarrassed about sex work then? If it
Am
was your
I embarrassed?
Then why are you
Am
so
I
defensive?
embarrassed? I'm very much not embarrassed. And when I met you,
Okay, so
I
it's not a
told you
problem
what
then.
I was about.
Right, so it's not a problem, right? That you did
It's
sex
not
work.
a problem. I'm letting you
So what are
know
you
that
trying to
you're
tell me?
trying to generalize women who are in.
What am I trying to
sex work.
generalize and say?
You're saying, oh, they're choosing to do this, and
Oh my God, sweetheart, you just admitted to choosing to do what you do. Look, even Blondie over there. Look, dude, look at the blonde woman. Even she knows this is a shit show. She's like, oh my God. This girl is so stupid. And you guys she's 34 years old. She fucking acts like she's 17, y'all. She acts like she's 17. She gets an attitude easily. She moves like a teenager. Ay, 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 ay.
They have other choose.
I think what it was, you more so referred to like sex work. It doesn't require work.
One second.
That's what I think we were getting
It's
at.
the easiest job on
I don't
earth.
believe it's easy.
And I'll
It's
tell you
very
why.
mentally and
quick.
physically taxing.
Let me respond. Since you all agree with each
Maybe
other,
it's easy for
let
you
me
to go to
respond.
college and do all the shit you're doing.
What?
It's easy to get into Berkeley and Johns Hopkins.
Please stop. You just have to memorize.
You fucking kidding me? Did this bitch really just say it is easy to get into Cal Berkeley and Johns Hopkins? Does she even know what these organizations are? I swear to God, dude, this is just, guys, like, girls are stupid. Like, girls are so stupid. Like, she is really, really stupid. Sky Daddy 8 says, is this girl just as dumb as that Mexican girl you used to date, Don? Honestly, man, I wish I could say the answer is no. Chrissy was dumber. Chrissy was dumber. But the difference between Chrissy and this chick is that Chrissy was sweet stupid. She was ditzy. Like she was like Chrissy was dumb, and she kind of knew it. She knew she wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. Like Chrissy knew that she was not that smart, but she knew how she paid her bills, right? So yeah, Chrissy was, but she didn't make low IQ statements like this. Mac with the $5 super chat says that's why she should be quiet. Absolutely. Even Zur with a $10 super chat says this is where I disagree with Rollo and Certain on their criticism of the RP sector holding women accountable. This woman has been on their show several times and yet hasn't learned a damn thing. You're not, and guys, we've said this before. Access Vegas is never, ever going to be fresh and fit. It's never going to be fresh and fit. Because, and one of the main reasons is because most of the girls that Certain sources are friends with him, which is just fine. But Certain at that point has to make a choice. Do I want to stay in a friendship with this woman? Or do I want to, put her out there on my podcast for all the world to see and expose her for the delusional woman she is? Well, Certain makes the very smart decision by not alienating or upsetting his female guests, because on the other side, his female guests, that's where his bread is buttered. That's how he makes money. He puts together pool parties and bikini contests. He can't have these women out here, talking shit about how he's a misogynist and this and that and the third. And this is exactly why Myron always tells these girls, we are not trying to date you. We're not trying to fuck you. We are not your friends. And this again is the reason why the girls tend to stay in pocket more on Fresh and Fit than any other podcast.
Amazing.
You just have to have.
Please stop.
Yeah, you have to
Please. You have to have a good memory to get into Berkeley and Johns
That's
Hopkins.
all you have to do.
That's
I don't think
that is extraordinary.
Well, she did say she's low IQ earlier.
I want to add something. I don't even like
I don't believe in college.
I think college is.
Yeah, no shit. You don't believe in college, sweetheart. You don't believe in anything. Sorry.
I don't believe in it either, but to suggest that memory is the litmus
I think
test, that's
both
outrageous.
careers have their own skill sets.
I just want to add something real quick.
Are we really comparing sex work to getting into Johns Hopkins?
Defensive about my career.
I just want to add something real quick. I think a lot of you girls don't think about. As a man, our first love is our mothers. It's like a sign of purity to us. We absolutely love and adore and look up to our mothers. I couldn't imagine being like in.
Phoenix Light Games with another $5 super chat says, what about the women that didn't have great fathers and choose to go the other way, lacking accountability? Dude, they will never. Women, it's not even. How can I put this? It's not even. It's not even. It's a hard. It's hard to explain. I'll come back to it, guys. Max says Rollo and Certain just pick their battles. It's a strategy. No, it's not a strategy. It's just Listen, man, I mean, Access Vegas I think it's going to be a successful podcast, but it's never going to be fresh and fit. It just never is. Like, Access Vegas is it's sort of a cross between Saucecast and Fresh and Fit, right? Right? Saucecast does nothing but pander to women under the guise of, we want to help you get paid and get laid and do it your way. Fresh and Fit tells these bitches, what's up? This podcast, brings people on that are, incendiary, et cetera, but it's never going to be fresh and fit. You're probably right.
Middle school and elementary school, and kids sending you pictures of your moms getting growled. It's the absolute devastation that would do to us. I'm saying if you ever have kids later on, that'd be absolutely the most devastating thing.
That's why
she said, "I'm not a mom," and here comes dumbass. You know what?
I've never done porn personally because I want to have children one day.
Does that, she will teach you how to defend
yourself. I don't think it's defendable though. Wow. What do you guys think if you're
nothing wrong with it?
You had a kid and your mother getting like would you guys be able to come back to that? I would kill myself,
of you.
There's a lot of people that do sex work. Kim Kardashian.
Dude, oh my God.
I want to let
because they look at you and look at you with so much love and purity. That's why it would hurt them so bad.
Because they're trying to say sex work was easy, and they don't like that you said that it was easy, or say they're saying it's not easy, and then doing
let me blow your minds right quick.
I think all the guys, would you agree? Like if someone was saying to you, your mom getting fucked,
that would be very, very difficult.
That's trauma,
right? I don't know if you guys are close to your mother.
So let me just drop before you.
The sports podcast with the $5 super chat says, well, the blonde can actually go to Cal Berkeley. They have Taylor Swift classes. Oh my God. You guys remember Miss Berkeley from the other Fresh and Fit After Hours? She was funny.
Let me just drop one real quick thing. Here's the thing is, I understand what you're saying, okay? But the fucking genie's out of the bottle right now, and these kids that are going to be the next generation past the Zoomers,
maybe more normal.
It's going to be normalized.
Yes.
Your mom's
these
an
kids are like
OnlyFans.
fucking at like 8 years old. It's crazy. These kids are wild nowadays with the TikTok and everything they have. They're wild.
Have you seen this? It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. It's a reel or something. It's like these kids who are walking down the street, and these two kids are like looking at this one girl who's like taking who has a camera, right? And one of the kids, the fat kid says, "Hey, my dad watches you on OnlyFans. He subscribes to you on OnlyFans. He jerks off to you all the time."
How about that? Shame the dad.
Yeah, well, exactly. But the thing is like that's normal for those kids walking around.
No, today's society is weird. No, these kids are exposed to like it's way too much. These kids are on another level.
I want you to finish. You didn't get to finish your point because they were saying that it's not easy, and you're saying it is. Oh, go ahead.
Walk with me real quick in a journey of logic, if you don't mind. She said your degrees are valueless, and that's fine. Let's say that they are valueless. I'm willing to go there.
No,
let's just say you're on the right path and it's valueless.
You're here speaking.
Now she's trying to filibuster. Now she's trying to filibuster. You want to know why? Because she knows she just said some dumb shit. And she knows Marquette is smarter than her.
Do you know how I've built my...
I have no idea who you are.
Incredible.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea who you are. And she said that. Oh, I have no idea who you are. Look, you're not a celebrity. Bitch, you want his babies. Don't try and act like you don't know.
But you've just told me.
Let's not tit for tat. Just like, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Like, the tit for tat is like pointless from everyone.
Here we go. Walk with me here on this journey. So say you're 14 years old, right? You're the version of you, but you're 14. If I'd like to make money, even if I was in the informal economy, making quick, easy money, selling crack, and crack sells quite well. It's an addiction
business.
It does. Right?
Yes, it does.
So it's quite easy.
This fucking guy. Yo, this guy Marquette is a fucking savage, dude. This is crazy.
It does take some level of brains, but you know.
Phoenix Light Games with the $5 super chat says, "Oh, that's a great plan. Make the child pay for your mistakes." Have been kids who committed self-deletion. There have been kids who have committed self-deletion because of this. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I'm telling you, man. They never, ever, ever think of the consequences. They think, I'll deal with it when the time comes. ISB with the $10 super chat says, Donovan, first time super chatting. Thank you for everything genuinely. Love the game given. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Max says, bro, old girl is not 31. Impossible. Dude, there's no way she's 31.
Know what you have to sell crack? No one answered. Do you know what you have to sell
low
crack?
empathy?
Didn't I just signal that she's who?
I thought you were talking to everyone.
Why did you?
Nigga, no, she's not. No, he's not.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm talking to the woman directly in front of me with.
You need to have.
Yeah, D-Weeze already nailed it. You don't have to sell crack. You just offer it. It sells itself. And that's the point. That's the point. Is you don't have to be a genius. You don't need a degree to sell crack. Because the demand is already there. Well, it's the same thing as male desire. You don't have to sell men on OnlyFans. You just have to make them aware of it. That's how easy it is. Phoenix Light Games with another $5 super chat says, yeah, and TikTok is female dominated. So whose fault is it? Yeah, exactly.
Initiative.
Well, more important than that, you have to have crack.
That's what I was going to say, dude. I was going to say you have to have crack. Yeah. I was going to say it, and I was afraid to say it, but that's why I was like, you do need crack to sell crack. That is correct.
You need crack to sell crack. Okay.
So how do you get crack, right? Well, you get crack by getting money. It's not as easy, guys.
You look perplexed. If you want to do a service for someone, like say that you're a masseuse, you might even go to school. You might go to masseuse college. I know college is irrelevant and useless, but you might go to masseuse college to learn a skill, to perform a skill. And a lot of these things take time to accumulate a skill.
Oh my God, I know where he's going. It does not take time to learn how to fuck. Guys, sex work isn't a skill. Fucking isn't a skill. These women are acting like they're giving. These women are acting like they're selling. They act like they're selling. How can I put this? What they have is in extremely high demand, but because it is so plentiful, it's practically worthless. $5.99 per month for all the naked porn you can see. John with the $50 super chat says, what scares me the most about women like this is the fact that they want you to believe in their delusion, and if you don't, you want to see them they want to see you destroyed instantly, no matter the cost. That is a very good point. That's a very good point. If you don't see their delusion, they want to see you destroyed no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. Very good super chat there by John. Thank you very much for that, man. Very, very well thought out. Oh boy, that's Tiffany calling me. Tiffany! Yeah, Devin says like an oxy rep at a pain clinic. Yes, thank you.
Or to get connected with someone who can give you product, or you need initial capital to buy the product, to sell the product. There's a lot of things stacked on top of it. But here's how we know your skill and your offering as an OnlyFans person or as a porn actress is so minimal. This is how we know.
All you got to do is show up.
If you were 13, you could do that job. If you were 14, you could do that job. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt, love.
Absolutely not.
Why do you feel the need to interrupt? Maybe the truth might get out. I'm going to stop.
Oh boy. He says, why do you keep interrupting? Are you afraid the truth might come out? But he's right. He's right. Sex work is easy work because any woman can do it. Scott Cheetos with the $5 super chat. I love that fucking name. Says, showing love, Donovan. This is Fire Content Creek. Keep up the great work, mentor. I appreciate that very much, man. Thank you.
Yeah, let's let him finish his point, and then you can try to refute it. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dorkster81 makes a very good point. Says, even in porn, the guy handles the girl and the cameramen tell the girls what to do. Elena Barr Fitness says, I love it. Appreciate that.
Because as a prostitute, if you wanted to get paid $100 or $200-$300 for a guy to lay down with you, if you were 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and all the way through to maybe about 40, you could get that guy to lay down with you and pay you. And you don't have to have any skills or knowledge whatsoever. You could literally just lay there because guys are that disgusting and they will pay you. And you can get that lined up every day and make $1 million doing just that. And you can be barely awake. Now, here's the difference. Compare that to all the other scenarios where you have to have initial capital, or you have to have skills, or you have to have a product. So how in the world can you compare what you do with something you're born with to where other people have to go out in this world and take out the time to get that education, go get the capital to get that product to sell, or go build the skills to offer the service? And you just have your body. You just have your body. You're taking something that was given to you for nothing. You can compare that to any of those other things?
It's not just about your body. It's about psychology.
Oh my God. It's not just about your body, it's about psychology. That made absolutely no sense. This woman is stupid. Like, they are really, really dumb. It's not just about your body, it's about psychology. But you can't spell psychology.
Remove your body. Can you still make the money with no body?
Can. Yes, I can.
Well, OnlyFans.
If I was a stripper, I'm a stripper and I'm in sales,
you can be a
and I
sex
sell
worker
tits
with
and ass,
no body.
I can sell anything.
So if you were Stephen Hawking,
sure,
you could be a sex worker while being Stephen Hawking. Wait, do you know who Stephen Hawking is?
I know who Stephen Hawking is.
Dude, she gets triggered so easily. She's like, I know who Stephen Hawking is.
Who was on the island? Paid midgets.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So if you were, I thought she was storming out. It's like another one.
She's about to go invade.
But if you were Stephen Hawking, you can make money in sex work. That's what you're telling me?
I'm not saying that I can make money in sex work. I can saying that I can use the
That would be really,
skills
really
that I
weird.
obtained in sex work to continue to do that.
Sweetheart, you didn't have to attain skills to enter the sex workforce. This is what Marquette is trying to tell you. This is what Marquette is trying to tell you. Sex work is the only profession. Sex work is the only profession where you can make life-changing money and have no experience doing it. That's why we know sex work is easy work. Like, seriously. Seriously. Like, it's like, dude, come on. Come on. King and Groove 713 with the $2 super chat says they know their value is beauty and booty. Yes, sir.
So let's say you have skills in sex work. Are those skills comparable to any other field, or are they probably less?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ.
May I interject really quickly? Are you referring to prostitution or an OnlyFans, a successful?
What difference does it make, sweet cheeks? What difference does it make? Because we already established that most OnlyFans creators are not successful. So here she is trying to make another exception the rule.
OnlyFans model, because building a brand, building a brand off your OnlyFans does require marketing skills.
My sex skill can build something else, right? A business, e-commerce. So if I'm selling digital products,
e-commerce is e-commerce. Sex work is sex work.
So I'm saying if I sell tits and ass and digital products, I can turn those digital products onto merch, and I can make an e-commerce store, and I could do a business, and I could do the same skill set that I did in selling tits and ass and all this other stuff.
Yes, but it is all fueled by the tits and ass, which again, you didn't have to pay for. And it's so funny. Look at the look on her face as though she's winning the argument.
Or I don't have to do that.
Right. So why does the average OnlyFans woman make $150?
There it is. Got her. There it is. What did I just fucking tell y'all? Told you. There it is. There it is. There it is. Why the average OnlyFans content creator makes $150 a month? Well, there's the skill. There's the skill.
OnlyFans
right,
person.
so you're talking
I'm not
about
everybody
right,
in
and so
OnlyFans.
that's why what you're saying is irrelevant, and what I'm saying is completely relevant, because you're speaking of like the very small percentage.
Exceptions to the rule.
I'm speaking of what is typical.
But
what will happen to most females if they try to go into that industry? Not only do they make just $150, but then they ruin their reputation and they remove their future earning potential and they embarrass their whole family.
That is not a perspective.
That is not a perspective.
That is
data.
Perspective. Sure, it could be data. But a lot of women who are in this, they're fucking in it. So what they can educate themselves to transition and get out of it.
So why are you saying that it's good to be in something that you need to get out of? For example, when I went in software, I don't need to get out of. I'm still building software companies right now, even though I should be in entertainment because it's so easy to obliterate you verbally. I shouldn't be building software companies. Right, I just show up with no preparation.
Why not? Look, I'll answer your question. Because of these situations, these podcasts, you men, and society that you.
There it is, you men. There it is. There it is. This woman blames men on her state in life. You know who else uses the term "you men"? That's right, boys and girls. Abuela Jen. Abuela Jen with her spectacles that didn't do her any favors. Ay, 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 ay.
You guys are shaming women for doing that.
Oh, it's not shameful at all.
And it's shameful. You're shaming women.
I am shaming, and let me be clear.
And it is
I used to sell drugs, and when I sold drugs, I never lied to myself. Listen, stop talking for a second. No, it is shameful.
The drug dealer wants.
See, now she's filibustering. Marquette is making a very good point. He says, when I was a drug dealer, I didn't lie to myself. He said, I didn't lie to myself about what I was doing. I did not lie to myself about what I was doing. You do. Dude, sex workers always lie to themselves. Well, at least to other people.
That's
to shame
right.
women who are
I damn sure do.
To
and I want you to know the difference.
Their bodies.
When I was selling drugs, I knew that it was wrong. And if anyone asked me, I would say, this is wrong. And why did you do this, Mark?
So
hold on, don't interrupt me. It was no, listen. Stop talking for a moment, love. Just stop talking for a moment, love. You do need to.
Let him finish his point.
Need to stop talking.
His point.
One, when I was doing wrong, I knew it was wrong. That's number one. Number two, I was born into extremes of poverty. It was at some level necessity. But were there other options? Absolutely. Here's the difference. You have middle-class girls flooding into OnlyFans.
There it is.
You have girls who have education flooding into OnlyFans. Only to figure out that they cannot make a living there. So what we're speaking of is preventing them from being deluded into thinking they can make a career out of something that is merely making them an embarrassment to themselves and to their family.
Oh my God, dude, he is absolutely cooking these hoes.
Same thing. If women got into stripping,
is it shameful?
They will figure it out, and they will see that there's resources that they can make a successful living at it.
Yeah, they're certainly not going to find it at the strip club. like strip clubs are not going to make it easy for you to leave the business. That's just kind of how it is.
Is it shameful?
If they don't, if you feel like
she can't say no because she knows the answer is yes. She can't do it.
Shameful.
Is it shameful?
No, I think if you are in this,
is prostitution shameful?
Prostitution is a whole other thing.
No, that's what you're doing is prostitution.
No, prostitution.
The lies. That's the sad thing.
Oh, God, here we go.
You're saying OnlyFans is prostitution?
Yes, do you know the definition of prostitution?
Because you're accepting money for a sexual service.
For you.
You can
yes,
go
that's
ahead.
Right. It's prostitution. Yeah. Correct. Thank you. So you just conceded that it is
prostitution. Guess what? We're living in an age where women are living in a society where they can do this and they don't have to be at risk of getting diseases, STIs, whatever.
No, that's not even the point, number one. Number two, porn stars stay getting STIs and STDs, number two. Number three, how many porn stars have died, female porn stars have died over the last, 2-3 years? Hasn't like a dozen or so porn stars, Shyla Stiles, August Ames, Cagney Lynn Carter just recently killed herself. There was like a 3-week period. That was like a 3-week period where like 5 female porn stars died. Drug overdose, offing themselves. That's the other side of it. Pornography destroys everybody, men and women alike. However, it takes a lot longer for pornography to destroy men in the business than it does women. Rocco Siffredi, I think arguably one of the most he's one of the most successful male porn stars of all time. He has slept with tens of thousands of women. Even now, only now is he is starting to suffer the mental drawbacks of having had sex with that many women. And now some people might say, do you see? Do you see? Rocco Siffredi, he's getting fucked with mentally. That's absolutely correct. But it took 30,000 women to do it. It took 30,000 women to do it. With women, it takes what? Not even 20, man. And dude, we got women who are in the business for years and years and years. Dude, they're having sex with dozens of men a year on camera. You're having sex with dozens of men a year on camera. And all of these men are in the top 5% in terms of size of the appendage. So you are having sexual intercourse with men who are far above average in size for a living, for all the world to see, and you're getting shamed for it. Yeah. This is why female porn stars don't last long in the business. Why You Trashing Me says, I think Nina Hartley is the only woman who has turned out okay after 30 plus years of doing porn. Yeah, actually, Why You Trashing Me, it's her and Tara Patrick. I remember watching the documentary After Porn Ends, and dude, the lives of the female actresses, they're just all utterly destroyed, except for Tara Patrick. She still goes around and she does shows, and she likes the erotic world. She's like, I've been retired from porn for 10 years and I'm still selling out venues. She's like, I would not change a thing. Tara Patrick was born to be a porn star. That's what she was put on this earth to do. She's good mentally. That is the exception to the rule. 99.99 with a bar over it percentage of women are ill-equipped for the mental, physical, and spiritual consequences that comes with selling your body. Phoenix Light Games with another $10 super chat says, which is another reason why OF girls are desperate to get on these podcasts to grow their following. It's their only means of income. They really think we're stupid. That's exactly right. Why do you think Fresh and Fit have a never-ending turnstile of girls willing to come on and get dunked on? It's to sell their OnlyFans.
The conversation is it shameful?
We want to talk about,
is it shameful?
It's not shameful if you feel like it's shameful.
Morally
When
questionable.
You're in this,
I don't know about
you better be
shameful.
about it.
Everyone has a different
because it is for the
Everybody has a different value set.
It's for the thick
He's
skin,
speaking
it's for
in
you.
generality.
Yeah.
Is it shameful
No.
for women to be involved in that?
Would God condone it?
Morally
If you
questionable.
don't have
You guys said
the
no?
thick-skinned,
Do you live on planet
I don't
Earth?
think it's
in this
shameful.
industry, just like selling drugs, you shouldn't do it.
I think that what we have to acknowledge is that the women who can pretty much only do that are going to do it, and it's fine. I just don't want everyday decent women to be flooding into this
There you go.
chasing after money
And that's exactly what's happening. And that's why there's an OnlyFans epidemic.
because they're not going to get what they're seeking.
I think he's saying like setting up the average
All right,
woman
ladies,
up for
don't sign
success.
up for OnlyFans.
I think what he's saying
Don't do
is
it.
I think a lot of the women in this industry give a false or delusional experience to
That's
the
not-
average woman that might be curious about getting into it
Absolutely.
instead of giving the good, the bad, and the ugly, as he said
Sorry,
earlier.
I don't know how.
Like straight up from the get.
This is,
I'm
hold
very
on.
successful
This
at
is
what I
pretty
do.
simple, right? You have kids, right?
Yes,
Daughter or son?
daughter.
Oh my God. There's no right answer. Devin says, would your future husband condone it? No? Then it's shameful. Thank you.
Want her to do sex work?
Absolutely not.
So,
Okay, so you wouldn't want her to do sex work. You realize she probably is now, right?
No. Look.
So it is shame.
what I
Kick
am
me out.
doing-
Kick me out.
Yeah.
No, and what I
need
am
to add
doing, I do this
Yeah.
so that my daughter
doesn't
doesn't
have
have to do this.
Understandable.
say that.
But let's just say, generally speaking, most women, they shouldn't do this, right?
Correct.
So he is correct.
Genuinely.
So look.
Society.
There it is. Dude, Fresh just came in and dunked on her. He says, what kind of, you have a daughter? Yeah. Would you want her to do sex work? She says, absolutely not. Well, there it is. There it is, guys. And she was being 100% truthful. She doesn't want her kid getting fucked for camera on money. Or getting fucked for camera on money. Getting fucked for money on camera? Jesus, fuck. I'm going crazy now. Phoenix Light Games with the $2 super chat says, women go insane after doing sex work. Dude, they all do. They all do. They all do. There are a minuscule number of exceptions. Extremely, extremely minuscule. Extremely minuscule.
It is work, but he's just saying there's alternate things you can do that do create money for yourself and your family as well.
Yeah, I don't think the women understand
moral.
his argument. His argument was simply that it is an easier job than others.
Not easy.
And on top of that, it is shameful from a societal perspective.
Correct.
Yeah.
Societal, yes.
Yeah, so, and guess what? We live in a society. This is why you asked the question earlier.
It's not even society, man. It's human. Listen, guys, listen. It is human nature to look upon promiscuity with disgust. It's human nature. Promiscuous women have always been looked down on. Even now, when we try to convince women that it's okay to be sluts, we still look down on sluts. It has nothing to do with society. It has everything to do with human nature.
2.5 million if you can make it doing OnlyFans, etc. Here's the thing. Am I willing to forego future happiness for temporary pleasure now? And I don't think women understand that if you go ahead and you make that money and you become successful, so you make 2.5 million doing that, you're going to have to get some level of renown, which means fame, which means people know who the fuck you are, which means no one will take you seriously that's a guy that actually has a name to him. He's not going to, and if I'm willing to forego a family, a relationship, having people respect me as a dutiful woman, if I'm want to forego that, cool, I'll go make that money. But what women need to understand is if you make that choice, you go down that road and you go into sexual work, especially become famous, there's significant consequences that will fuck you up. And here's the thing. You guys don't derive the same level of pleasure from success and financial success like we do.
That's
and
right.
Status.
I like money.
Okay.
Again. You like money, yes you do, but that's not what he said. Did you guys see what happened there? Do you guys see what? Do you guys see what happened there? Myron said women don't derive the same pleasure from success and accomplishment as men do. She says, "Well, I like money." Whoa, sweetie, success and accomplishment is so much more than about just money. Come on, like there it is. See, this is why we know women just can't. Women just can't comprehend the same things men do. They really, and they don't really have to. Age of Machines with the $5 super chat says payday. Tossing up some change to keep this going. Seeing the defiance and delusion on your show from COVID till now kept me focused. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much for that, Age of Machines. It's been a while since I've seen you in here as well. Thank you very much.
The things that keep a woman...
G. Lee says she likes spending it, not making it. There you go.
Women happy long term are not the same things that keep a man happy long term. We're happy from achieving status, acquiring currency, being able to provide for a woman. You guys don't get the same satisfaction from becoming successful as us. You guys want a family, children. Women are more people oriented. Men are more thing oriented. So yeah, it's great. I'm making money now. I'm 21. Life is awesome. But when you're 31, it's not going to be the same.
No, it ain't.
I'm 31.
That's why. I mean, I feel like that's why.
Back to only.
I'm 31 and I'm not broke. Every single time, if they always come it back to yourself.
Fans paying, like they were trying to do non-sexual content. They actually offered me a big, they offered me a big chunk of money up front though, without the thing to go on there and do.
And you know why they did that? Because credit card
no.
companies were trying to, like Christian people, trade came in.
I have no idea why, but they offered me a big chunk of money and I turned it down.
And they tried to lobby credit card companies for them to shut it down. But that's going to ruin
But even though I wasn't doing sexual content, I didn't want my name associated with it.
OnlyFans started out as non-sexual content. It was just for exclusive content, and somehow it turned into during COVID.
Do you want to know why nobody can stand that woman's voice, the blonde's voice? Is because once she starts talking, she just doesn't stop. Like, once she starts talking, she just does not stop. It's like she doesn't know how to stop talking. Phoenix Light Game is another $10 super chat says, interesting fact. In ancient times, women who were promiscuous were cast out. But who ratted them out most of the time? Other women. They know deep down it's bad. There you go. There you go.
porn fucking valley. I mean, that's
it's
just
our responsibility.
You like that?
It's our responsibility as leaders.
Northridge,
to
Reseda.
shame.
She won't stop talking.
We have to shame you because we are the ones who run the society.
I think that it can be.
In shaming you, I save your daughter. Hold on. In shaming you, I save your daughter.
Okay, let's not talk about people's kids.
My daughter. I save my own daughter. No, sweet cheeks. No, he is saving your daughter. He's saving your daughter.
Come on, let's leave kids out of this. Like,
You don't say nothing about my daughter.
No, it's a metaphor.
No, listen to her. Let's leave kids out. That's too much. Bitch, you don't run this. Like, dude, there's no way this woman is 31. 31-year-old women don't act like this.
Hey, this is not your show.
Don't fucking speak on my daughter. You're not doing shit for my daughter.
Let's just not talk about kids.
Yeah.
Why are you so angry?
No. Now see that? Now that was wrong of her to do. Let's not talk about kids. No, bruh. Nah, man. Sorry, dude. No. Marquette said what needed to be said. He said, by shaming you, I'm saving your daughter. Once again, she took it fucking personally. And now let's not talk about kids. Nobody's talking about kids. See, when you say let's not talk about kids, you're insinuating that I'm saying something bad about the kids. No, by shaming this woman for doing sex work, we are saving the children we are talking about. Unbelievable, man. This is how women police our language. So much so that they even got the MMA fighter in on it. And Michael Surtain is now in on it. This is why this show will never be fresh and fit. This is why this show will never be fresh and fit. Because this show will not drop the people's fucking elbow. It won't do it. It will not This show tells just enough truth about women to get them a little bit upset, but not enough to really piss them off. And that's where they kind of skate this. This is where Access Vegas sort of skates this fine line. It's almost like Fresh and Fit before it really became Fresh and Fit, right? It's almost like Fresh and Fit before they came into Fresh and Fit. And they are so, they are so careful with their guests. They are so careful with their guests that as soon as, don't talk about my daughter, you leave my daughter out of this. No. That was a disingenuous comparison. He mentioned your daughter, but he wasn't talking about her. Come on, man.
You don't speak for my fucking daughter.
Oh, now she wants. See, we said let's leave kids out of it. Now she's leaning forward, and you don't speak about my fucking daughter. Give me a break.
You don't speak for my child. You don't speak for my choices.
You seem very, very angry.
Because when you're talking about someone's child,
see, here we go. When you're talking about someone's child, see, there it is. There it is. When you're talking about someone's child. Now this woman, knowing that she was sharp angled, she didn't have anywhere to go. All of a sudden, as soon as somebody said, let's not talk about kids, now she's going to seize on this. She's going to make everyone think that he somehow insulted her daughter. When she says, when you talk about my daughter, no. He said he is saving your daughter. He's not talking about her, but she's going to exaggerate its effect.
No one talked about your child.
You did. You just spoke about my child.
See, this kind of anger, you lack what's called EQ.
That what you want?
It's emotional intelligence, and because you lack EQ and don't get along well with others, that's why you have to be in a job where you're a solo. You're a sole proprietor. You have to be a sole proprietor because you can't follow directions. You can't get along well with others.
There it is, and this is why she's a sex worker, dude. Marquette is cooking these. He's cooking her. He's cooking her. Absolutely. And I love how he stayed totally cool. You just talked about her daughter. That was a very disingenuous way to characterize what just happened. Very disingenuous.
It's this bad attitude. And you know I'm not talking about your daughter. When I said, in shaming you, I save your daughter, which is to say all of the young girls.
Unbelievable. What the fuck did I just tell you? See? See? I understood that. Certain understood that. And guess what? Even the redheaded bitch understood it. Even she understood it, but she disingenuously made it about something else so that she could be indignant. Don't you ever talk about my daughter. Shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck about your daughter. But just like Marquette said, I wasn't talking about your daughter per se. I said by shaming you, I'm saving your daughter. And in saying your daughter, I mean all of the little girls. Get the fuck out of here.
When they hear that, they see the stigma, oh, the society thinks this is bad, they're less likely to go into that. And you yourself...
Melissa, don't time her out. This is actually a very good comment. Says, these guys are giving advice on what? Even being on this channel of a guy who had a crackhead cheat on him and borrowed money from his brother to get a ring for a 304. Correction. I got the ring for said crackhead. And what Melissa says is very, very apropos. What Melissa says is very, very apropos. She's absolutely right. But this is the reason why, Melissa, people watch me. It's because I did go through these things. And in going through these things, I bring these lessons to these same kinds of men, right? So in learning the lessons that I learned, okay, if you happen to know a young, attractive girl who also has a bottle of Vicodin in her purse and a prison tattoo, probably not a woman you should commit to. Probably not a woman you should commit to. I love it when people come in and say, this guy can't give you advice, he got cheated on. Well, that's exactly why I can give you advice. Yeah, very, 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 very transparent and disingenuous way to critique. No, I don't run away from any of my losses. And I'll go you one better, Melissa. Listen, here's some more. Here's some more fodder for you, Melissa. Melissa, you need to actually watch a little bit more, because not only did I get cheated on, by this crack. Well, she was actually on heroin. It was even worse. Not only did I get cheated on by her, okay, I rented another woman a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, 2 stories, everything in my name, cable, electricity, everything in my name. You know how many times I fucked her? Absolutely 0. You want to know why? Because her ex-con baby daddy was fucking her in the house I was paying the rent for. Oh, I got another one for you, Melissa. I married a woman who committed paternity fraud. Now, I didn't find out she committed paternity fraud until 5 years into the marriage, but I married a woman who lived with her parents who really wanted to get out of the house, and I was the sucker. I was the sucker who decided to wife her up. Right? And she was 6 months off of being off crystal meth. I mean, do you need any more, Melissa? As a matter of fact, Melissa, I've had, dude, for every, and I'm telling you, I'm being dead ass here, for every one story I tell you about this big titty hoe I slayed, or this brunette with the fat ass that I slayed, or whatever. Guys, there are 25 L's, man. There are 25 L's. Unfortunately, Melissa doesn't understand that men, we exchange information. We don't look at a man who has failed and say, well, what can I learn from him? He failed. No. This is why men run the world, because men also know and understand that we learn more from failure than we do in victory, which is why this is a men's community and not a community for people like Melissa. Phoenix Light Games with another $2 super chat says, women equate male criticism to discrimination. You're absolutely right, but sometimes that criticism is one and the same. Even Zooer with the $5 super chat says, if they're proud of what they do, why mention last in what they do? Or euphemisms like content creator. You lead with your career when proud of it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Scott Cheeto says, real men make mistakes. The realest men teach men about their mistakes. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like people actually think that, oh, wait a minute, that guy has a bunch of failures with women. We can't. What? Come on. The Sports Globe podcast with another $5 super chat. You guys are very generous today. I greatly appreciate that. Pardon me. Says, Donovan, I remember that story you told on Fresh and Fit about that woman. One of their best episodes ever with MLD and McQueen. Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Dude, McQueen, man, that nigga was dude, that nigga was, he's like, who that nigga with the do-rag though? DJ Berserk with the $10 super chat says, Donovan hit her with the B-Rabbit last freestyle on 8 Mile. Don't ever try to judge me, dude. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. Little Baba 88 says, did Donovan buy a new hairline? No, I actually use the spray stuff. And I'm actually quite good at it. What I just learned about those, if I can deviate for a second, what I learned about those hair fibers is that it acts just like hair. It acts just like hair. So what I do is I spray it all over my forehead and everything, and then I just cut out. Like it's like when I do it, like it's like a light mist, and it's like hair fibers. And I don't have to be careful with it. I'm just and then I just take my clippers, my T-liners, my ends, I cut it all out. So nope, I haven't bought a new hairline yet, but I will be buying a new hairline this year. That's for sure. Oh, Eben Zuer. I think I already read that one. I think it might be behind. What spray stuff? Damn. You know what? Hang on a second. I'm gonna let the video continue, but I'll put the link
earlier
in the chat.
said,
Can I just
hold on, don't interrupt.
Mind person.
You yourself earlier said you do not want your daughter to go into that. Here's the thing: if your daughter listens to you, she's likely to go into it because you're promoting it. If she listens to me, she's not likely to go into it. Did you know? Notice that part?
But wait, can I say
Did you notice
something?
that?
She's not
why women get into sex work? It's because
Let's hear that. I want to hear that answer.
Bad trauma.
I want to hear that answer.
You should want your daughter to listen to
I've been
him.
traumatized. I've been through a lot.
Here we go. When the girls start going against each other, it's called yeah, just look for hair fibers. Just look for hair fibers on Amazon. Yeah. The Sports Globe podcast, remember that? Yeah, the dude. Yeah. McQueen said, yeah, who that nigga with the do-rag, though?
Over here trying to police people's
Yeah, I want to talk about
You're trying
it,
to police
but
people's
none of y'all want to
way
bring
that
up.
they live
I
their
think it's very
life. You
important.
don't speak for my child. You don't speak for
Correct,
me.
yeah.
And
Do you
go
realize if your
ahead
daughter
and
was
shame
watching-
sex workers.
If your daughter
because
was
you know
watching-
what, we deal with you type of people every
You don't deal
fucking
with me.
day.
I don't pay.
We're not talking about
You're
that.
dumb. You're
You'd
dumb
be
because that's not what she's
privileged to
saying.
deal with
Actually,
me.
Oh, here we go. Now he's a bum. See? Now he's a bum. Here we go. Yeah, Thriller says some of us can't pull off the shaved head. I can. Dude, I'll sometimes I'll just take it all off. Doesn't matter to me.
We're not talking
Yeah,
about that. I'm
yeah.
talking about
She
that
don't
you're
deal
the
with me.
sidebar people that are trying to come in, chime in
Yes,
on what
I want
we're
you
doing.
broke. That's correct. I want you broke.
We're
That's
over
correct.
here living our life. We're providing a
Would you
service
mind answering
for
one
people
question?
Who's
who
watching it?
Would you
actually
mind
watching the
want
content?
our services.
Would you mind answering one question?
She's not going to do it.
Depends on the question.
If your daughter was watching this podcast and she's listening to what I'm saying about OF, OnlyFans, pornography, prostitution, and she's listening to what you're saying about it, would she be more likely to do OnlyFans listening to you or listening to me? Who would lead her down an OnlyFans path?
That's it. It's over. Oops, my bad. There it is. He's got her. He sharp angled her. Dude, this is the paradox of the sex worker. This is the paradox of the sex worker. Y'all, this is the paradox of the sex worker with a child. Man, There is no right answer. Once you become a sex worker as a mother, you fucked up. Like, it's over for the kids, fam. It's over for the kids. Yeah, Luna says the redhead's voice sounds really annoying. Yeah, dude. Eesh.
Between the two of us.
There it is.
I gotcha, bitch.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And now look at Blondie. Even Blondie, who knows the right answer. Blondie, who knows the right answer, is giving her the side eye. She knows the right answer, is giving her the side eye.
I am her mother. I am somebody who
Look at
has
this.
the
There it is.
wisdom in
I
this
understand,
industry.
but did you hear my question?
I would
If she
teach
was
her.
watching-
I would
Stop
teach her.
real
Let me
quick.
answer. Let me
Just answer
answer.
the question.
Look at the blonde. The blonde knows. She's like, baby, stop talking.
I would teach her not to follow someone like you.
Oh shit!
Wait, not about
And
following
not
me.
that she would follow something like me.
We're not talking about following me. We're talking about
You're
following in your footsteps of doing OnlyFans. You're basically saying
Did
I do
I
it,
say I
but
want my
don't do
daughter
it.
to follow
You
in
said
my-
you don't.
in
So I
my
said if she was
footsteps?
watching the podcast and you're promoting it.
See, the redhead knows exactly what he's asking. She knows exactly what he's asking. That's why she's avoiding the question. Because she knows the answer. She knows the answer to Marquette's question is if she listened to me, she'd be more likely to go into OnlyFans. Because think about it. She's talking about the fact that OnlyFans is good and she provides a service and she's living a good life. And Marquette is telling her, no, like your life is over. You fucked up. You're 34. You got a tattoo. You got sleeve tattoos. You're a prostitute. Right? She knows the answer to the question. That's why she doesn't want to answer it.
And I'm saying it's bad. If she was watching the podcast, is she more likely to do OnlyFans
My
listening to
daughter
you
will
or
not
listen?
watch this podcast.
See, here she goes. See, the reason she won't answer the question is because she knows the answer to the question.
Oh, gosh.
Can I ask a question real quick?
It's an example.
He's talking about the advice. He's talking about the advice in itself.
Hold on. Yeah. Marquette,
hopeless.
she answered it.
Yes.
You had a question, right?
It's hopeless.
And then,
Well,
and
I was just gonna make a point. It's kind of off the topic at this point, but
Oh,
I was just trying
God.
to say that I think that it also could be incredibly shameful to go through your life doing what you think is necessary to get yourself the amount of money that you.
Yeah, that's life, sweet cheeks. That's life. Man, that's life. Hey, man, hey, look, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. If I were born with some sort of physical handicap, if I were born with some kind of physical handicap, my sexual market value would be next to nothing. It'd be next to nothing. But guess what? Is that fair? No, I didn't ask for the handicap, but that's life. That's life, man. And a man who gets dealt a shit hand in life has it harder than a woman who gets dealt a shit hand in life. That's just how it is. Men, we can't start an OnlyFans and, sell pictures of our butthole and, make a bunch of money a month. We can't go down to the local strip club and take off our clothes for money. No, man. We got to do real work. There's a big fucking difference. So, cry me a river with this sob story. Truthfully, I don't give a shit. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you grew up in... I'm sorry life dealt you a shitty hand, but guess what? That's life. That's life. G. Lee with the $5 super chat says, you'd think they'd taken a blood oath the way they defend sex work. It's even more powerful than that. The oath they have taken is the no shame oath. It's the no shame oath. They will not admit that what they are doing is shameful. She knows that it is. She just won't say it out loud.
Would get from the education that you have.
Yeah, Devin says they act like it's hard to make a living. Yeah, right? No, well, it's hard for stupid people to make a living. It's hard for stupid men to make a living. It's not hard for attractive women to make a living.
To lead in a job that makes you have a certain status, and the entire time you are just so unhappy.
And how about those people have
Right, I said
backdoor
that
lives?
earlier. I
All those
agree.
people who are
Women don't wanna
successful,
work.
they have
Get a
backdoor
man.
lives. And we meet those guys. We meet their real personality.
Can I ask a question real quick?
They're the guys that are really like, having great jobs and having all this shit that you're talking about. We get to meet the real version of them. They don't hold back. They don't put their colored glasses on.
I'm gonna
they
beat 'em
become
up.
their real person.
How many girls have gone through trauma?
You said get a man.
That
What
is-
if that man is abusive? What if that man?
Here he goes. What if that man is abusive? Then you picked wrong. Always an excuse. Always an excuse, guys.
Is controlling. What if that man is
That's
a narcissist?
why you need to follow this
What if
ism
that-
because your problem is selection. You have a selection issue.
There it
We've heard-
is.
Broken
we've
picker.
heard
It's a trauma
consist-
response,
Do you
baby.
mind-
You don't know anything about trauma?
I do. Do you mind
So,
if I continue
Do you know
speaking?
why women
I
take
talked-
bad relationships? Because that's the way our trauma repeats.
Right.
If we have
Oh
bad
my
parenting,
God.
Okay.
The blonde really needs to stop talking. She really, like, dude, seriously? Seriously? If you get fucked on camera for money, you shouldn't be permitted to speak in public. Ay.
then if you had a bad father, then you will
Right.
keep repeating
But he's
the
being a
same
good father
fucking
by
pattern.
saying this.
Phoenix Light Games with the $5 super chat says, there's women who are missing an arm or a leg and yet have thousands of followers. Like Donovan said, cry me a river. There you go. There you go. And look, I'm not crying about, see, this is the thing. Men, we have it tough. But we have to have it tough because if we don't have it tough, we're useless. We're useless. We're useless. So I am not here to cry about the fact that that men have it tougher than women. We have to have it harder than them. We have to. If men don't, if men don't have it tougher than women, the world is doomed. We need hardened people whose nerves are steeled and all of that.
I'm not talking about
But women can't have it tough. They just can't.
her.
I see why you're married.
Thank you.
I see.
Yeah, can't there be a better way to try to fix this?
I see.
If you've all gone through trauma, don't you want the
He's
kids
not
and whatnot doing
attacking
it?
your
Yeah,
daughter.
we won't
He's
want to
trying
put
to
our
protect
trauma.
her. You're just
we
moving
don't want the daughter
emotionally.
to have trauma. That's why we're healing our trauma by doing this sex work because that's about
Oh my God. Oh, dude. Oh my God. So now we are healing our trauma by doing sex work? Really? Cedric Trueblood says this blonde added zero value to the podcast. Nah, she added a little bit. We now know, we know what women look like, what women really, the way women really look at a man when they are sexually attracted to him. Because she's been giving this dude IOIs all night long. But don't call him Lionel Richie.
That adds on
empowering.
trauma.
It's
That adds
liberating.
on trauma.
Nigga, what are you saying?
She said,
There it is. Yeah, she said that out loud. She said that out loud. And everybody, dude, look at Sertain. Look at Sertain. Look at the fighter. He's like, what the fuck?
she on her.
trauma repeats.
Right.
If we had bad parenting,
Listen to this.
then if you had a bad father, then you will
Right.
keep repeating
But he's
the
being
same
a good father
fucking
by
pattern.
saying this.
I'm not
Thank
talking
you.
about her.
I
I'm
see
talk-
why you're married.
Thank
I
you.
see.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Can't there be a better way to try to fix this?
I see.
If you've all gone through trauma, don't you want the
He's
kids and
not
whatnot doing
attacking
it?
your
Yeah,
daughter.
we won't
He's
want
trying
put
to
our
protect
trauma.
her.
You're
just
we
moving
don't want the daughter
emotionally.
to have trauma. That's why we're healing our trauma by doing this. sex
Oh,
work.
my
Because
God.
That's
That adds on
empowering.
trauma.
It's
That
liberating.
adds on trauma.
boy.
Nigga, what are you saying?
She said she on her knees healing her trauma. That was crazy.
Dude, that's
Perhaps we should approach it more
With a gangbang.
emotionally.
It'll heal my trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing heals male trauma like a nice, like a warm blowjob. Am I right? Am I right, fellas? Am I right, fellas? John Loaded Locks Henry, member for 32 months, says Thanos was right. Yeah, he might have been. Phoenix Light Games with the $2 super chat says trauma builds men but destroys women. Absolutely. Trauma, strife, adversity, all of it looks good on a man. On a woman,
nope.
not so much. Why can't I hear that? There it is.
What's happening? They're rebelling against their father right now. You're rebelling against your good father.
Father sucked.
I know, but
There it is. My father sucked. There it is.
your good father here, you're rebelling. And the thing is, I know you're smart, and I know that you can actually handle the truth. Somehow you attached onto her energy. I think you're more receptive to the message. You're completely off the rockers.
Wait, I've done ayahuasca. I've been through everything.
He nailed them both. There it is. There it is. He nailed them both.
Have you noticed that consistently girls around the table say they've been physically abused?
She talked about that.
I said I was physically abused. I had
But
domestic
you're not
violence.
the only one at the table. And so what I'm pointing out.
Am I saying that? Am I saying?
He never said you said that. Dude, wow, she's really combative. He didn't say you said that. He's making a point.
Just let him finish his point.
Can I say something?
I wanna say
I
something too,
think I'm the
okay.
only other person with a daughter out of those girls, right? Or I have a child.
Anyone else have a kid?
Yeah, anyone else have a kid? Any women?
Oh, well, the girls.
I mean, the girls, sorry.
Oh my God, we got 591 people watching and only 214 likes. Guys, do your boy a solid. Do your boy a solid if you want to see the numbers continue to go up, because my numbers are going up. Hit that like button. That is the metric that YouTube relies on the most to push its stuff up in the algorithm. Hook your boy up, hook your boy up, hook your boy up, and hit the like button. Let's try to get me to 300 likes, guys. Here we go.
I'm trying to, I want to give perspective for mothers, and I have a daughter as well, close in age with yours. I think the big picture is that promoting good decisions, self-love, and mental health, I think that aligns with you saying, hey, let's be real with ourselves and let's be honest and let's see things.
Man, you guys are the best, dude. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this. Thrilla72 said, oh, sorry, Don. I've been busy watching the show. Forgot to like. Murray says, my bad, fixing it now. Scott Cheeto says, my bad, Donovan. The content was so good, I forgot to like. I'm going to tell you what, man. I'm going to tell you what. It's almost like getting laryngitis, like scared all the haters away. Damn. I mean, I thought by opening up the chat, I'd be a lot more susceptible to this kind of stuff. It's nice to see the love, man. I appreciate it.
I am not against.
Vaughn says, why doesn't the thumbnail match this breakdown? I need to change the thumbnail. I do apologize for that. Originally, I was going to have Tiffany Fox on to break down the brawl from a couple of nights ago, but we're having some technical issues, so I just decided to finish this one.
Sex work by any means. I have dabbled in it myself, but
What'd you do?
I was a dancer. But that's something I actually don't say. I'm
Yo, Marquette said, what'd you do?
kind of going on a limb because of my daughter.
You were inspired.
Same.
Because of my daughter. Yeah, I actually was. I want to protect
That's
my
why
daughter.
I affirmed you being real.
I have a lot of things about parenting that I think people that post their kids on the internet are nuts.
That's craziness.
I think that's sick. I think you're really selfish trying to show off your kid, and I don't agree with
Too
that.
many
There's
weirdos.
things about parenting that I don't agree with, but I think the most important thing to instill in children.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not a parent, but if I had it, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? If I had a kid, like if I had a son like Donovan Sharpe Jr., if I had a kid, then, I'd show him off. I'd show him off everywhere. But maybe that's just, I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm not a parent. I don't have those parental instincts. I don't think it's that big a deal. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Listen, anybody in the chat, men or women in the chat, if you were me, if you had my following, my notoriety, and you had a kid, would you share your kid with the internet?
Children is being real with yourself.
King Z OP says, I think she means for views. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sleeweon with the $2 super chat. Appreciate that.
Real with your parents. You don't have to shame anyone to do that. I mean, in the way that, hey, I hate myself because I do this. No, that's not the message.
Right.
The message is I love myself enough to say, hey, this is a means to an end, and I made this decision, and I live in it, and I live in my true self and my whatever empowerment that I attach to this for the moment.
Hey, J-Mon says he's watching on Rumble, but spun the block to hit the YouTube as well. Appreciate that, fam. You guys are the best, man.
And then when you grow past that, make sure that message is clear too as to why you chose to grow past that, because that's going to change the future generation, and that's going to put good thoughts into these kids to see, hey, the easiest way out, whatever you think that may be. I'm just being very.
Oh wow! Oh wow! I got a no, hell no, nope. Oh wow! Oh okay, okay. Yeah, Desmond Montgomery said nope. My wife and my family definitely wouldn't be on the internet. Okay, yeah. King Colonel says no. Let them be kids. Okay, all right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, Diligent Son says nope. Only if you have total control over what they see, so no negativity gets through. Okay, all right. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, the reason why my information got out there is because I gave my information to Tony Johnson. I gave my information to Tony Johnson to book me and Devin's plane tickets. He turned around and used that information to dox us. So yeah, there we go. But he ended up fucking himself because there is no more 21 convention.
General in that sense, that's not going to breed you to be the best person that you can be or the happiest.
Tabernacle.
We all want better for our
Absolutely.
generation
I remember,
after, you know?
Yeah, I remember my dad told me, I told you guys he's old. He's 84. He has a brother that's less than, no, not less than a year younger.
84-year-old dad. Shout out to Dad. Shout out to Dad. Still slinging dick in his 80s. I ain't mad at that. Or his 60s, I guess. KMO with the $10 super chat. It's been a while. Says, been a minute, Brother Don, just showing support. I absolutely love how you break these talks down at a molecular level. I try. I really do try. It's something I enjoy doing, man. It's something I enjoy doing. It doesn't necessarily work well for my private life because Devin and I, it usually takes us a little longer to get through TV shows than it used to. But yeah, I appreciate it. Nate Dogg 1991 says, absolutely not. Your kids don't have access to the internet. The internet has access to your kids. That makes sense. Okay. All right.
Okay. My dad's Giovanni, his brother's Michael. So I asked my dad, I said, Dad, why have you always take the straight and narrow with business? You know, we're Sicilian. You can get indoors. I said,
wow.
Why did you choose that? And my Uncle Mike is a drug addict. So they were very close in age, raised with the same parents, you know, obviously is same experience. And my dad took one route, my Uncle Mike took another.
Yeah, sometimes it really just depends on the kid. Sometimes people are just born bad apples. It happens. It happens, man. Sometimes kids can have the best parents in the world. They're just bad apples. They are destined to make bad decisions. They've got certain proclivities, etc. That's just how it works. Brandon Nesbitt with another $5 super chat. Thank you guys very much for the support. Says, love you, Donovan. Keep this message going. R.I.P. Coach Red Pill. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate that. Age of Machines with another $5 super chat. Says, the irony is that the redhead has a voice that indicates snuggle struggle trauma. Yes. She can't hear criticism. Let me read that again because I didn't do that justice. He says, the irony is that the redhead has a voice that indicates snuggle struggle trauma. In other words, EPAR spelled backwards trauma. She can't hear criticism or abstract thought-making communication impossible. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Devin says, we all have that uncle. Yeah, don't we all, right?
And my dad was like, because look where we ended up. I always knew that was the good decision. And I'm not saying doing something illegal and feeding into people's habits is necessary. Like drug dealing and sex work is not exactly equivalent, right?
Not at all.
Not at all.
That's not
I respect
equivalent.
the drug dealer much more.
I don't know about that, but
much more.
It actually heals men.
I think we're done.
Terrible.
I think we've touched them all.
Yeah,
We touched all the bases there.
Okay.
Maybe porn is too.
Land a
I'm
plane.
helping people.
Land a plane.
That's funny as shit. Dude, you are not helping people by doing OnlyFans content. Stop it. Scott Cheetos, that's a cool ass name. I love that. With another $5 super chat says, this is like Sports Center. Awesome breakdown. We needed this, Donovan. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Oh, speaking of sports. Oh, shit. All right. I've got a hard stop. Guys, I got a hard stop at about 6:45. I got a hard stop at 6:45 because, as you guys all know, I am a fan of the Philadelphia 76ers. I am a fan of the Sixers, and we've got that play-in game tonight at 7.
Is it?
Huh?
Land the plane.
Yeah, I kind of already did, and then I just told a little story.
Then you
to go
just
with
kept
it, but
flying. You're
that's
like,
it.
okay.
We have some chats here actually from Rolo. You're in?
Sure, yeah,
Or-
I'll get
Yeah, read your chat.
And then, yeah.
Do you have some, Chin?
Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
serious. I
probably,
take
yeah.
these glasses off.
Well, I got to put
Let's
my
do some drugs.
The real
I
okay.
put the real glasses.
Let's get in the line.
Yes.
Yeah, let me get. Oh, geez.
Oh, I've got crackling on the line? Okay, hang on.
Okay, here we go. Jesus Christ. Fresh as balls.
Damn, more static. Oh, boy. All right, hang on, guys. Do you guys still hear it? Do you guys still hear it? Oh, now it's back. Oh, it's worse. Oh, whoa. Everything seems to be fine on my end. Yeah, this is probably, oh, now it's... Oh, yes, we good? All right, I don't want to... Uh-oh. Only when I talk. Hang on a second. There we go. Yeah, let me... Hang on, guys. Let me see if I can... We do it live, y'all. We do it live. Hang on, y'all. Let me jump down here. I'm going to go under. No, Walter's not in here today, y'all. Probably was, though. That's the power. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's see if that worked. Okay. Ooh, my skin is oily as hell. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna turn this off. Hold on. Okay, is it gone now? Oh, no sound. Oops. Test. Can you guys hear me? Okay, all right.
50 pounds in the towel.
Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Very good. All right. I don't know what happened there, but the show must go on. Let's do it.
Do you want to get tacos at...
Oh, shout out Elena, who is in the chat. Shout out to Elena, friend of the show. She actually did a podcast. She was actually there with Devin and I when we did the podcast in Las Vegas.
El Gordo. Big homie, our prize looks good tonight. I can't wait for her to get acquainted with Freshly Pipes. Shorty,
Freshly
tell you where you would make a good corn star.
Oh, God. You know I like I like tacos.
Very funny. Okay.
I like tacos too, actually.
I got burrito.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Only CGA can save Fresh and Fit at this point. Get him on your show as soon as possible. I heard he's in Miami at the moment.
Yeah, we spoke on the phone.
I was going to say.
Shout out
I
to
don't know.
him.
Dre Sim says, Don, you get into a bar fight? No. What is... Oh, no, you're talking about this. You know, they got a bump. It's a bump on my face. Yeah. Nope, I didn't get in a bar fight. Nope, I'm good.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
Ken Rose with the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. Ken Rose, one of the original, or one of the mainstays of TSR Towers.
CJ and his community trick and rhetoric is how Fresh became Beta Bucks. Okay. So you either love CGA or you hate him. Shout out to Jake Shields. He can beat everyone up. Oh, we already did that one. Huh? So
He wanted to just rub it in.
Yeah, I know. He can beat everybody up. Fresh literally taking it to the limit.
Yes! Love it.
Reiki girl, who's no longer here, gave a different age on whatever castle her now. Well, we didn't
oh, shit.
Let's see. Black Sigma says, I have a question for Myron and Fresh. Why did you delete the last interview with Ethan Klein? I don't think you guys... It's probably still up on Rumble, though.
It's on Rumble.
Yeah, it's still on Rumble. You guys occasionally like delete something off of YouTube and then it just stays on Rumble.
Make sure there's guidelines and all that stuff.
I didn't think it was any...
Try to JQ us.
Yeah, I
He tried.
Failed.
All right. Let's see. I got... Ivan Lale.
Yeah, RT the Brand says the super chat was being messy. Yeah, hey, they're super chatting.
Tell the girl in the red, Aria, were you with us at J Karaoke last weekend?
Bruh, see, I told you they were going to know exactly who she was.
I know.
Oh.
The girl in red. Okay.
Fucking dumb.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry, Fresh. I got an idea for a Fresh and Fit t-shirt that will sell out. Fresh is Fit.
I love how Rolo's like, sorry, Fresh, but then he wants to read it.
Face with the caption, birth control.
That was the question today.
Should we talk about that?
You're going to get all of these all day long.
Love it.
Zane Ayers, thank you for those $50
Abortions?
super chat. Just saw Aria on whatever podcast. She's smart and beautiful.
Roadblock 85 says, Don, it's time to bring back the 7 and try to get Mark Quet on. Yeah, I've been thinking about bringing back this. It's never going to be 7 again. 7 is just too many. But I definitely want to bring back the 6. But I'm not going to bring back the 6 until I'm back in Reno. So.
And now no longer here. That's it. I'm good. Cool.
I don't have
Are we
any.
going to bring up your situation?
Hold on, we got some more here.
Come on. Let's talk about it.
Talk about what?
Let's take the elephant out of this room.
Elephant.
What are you talking about?
Your situation.
What is that?
With your...
There's a situation?
Fresh, I got one question for you.
The baby?
Fresh. Do you now think that...
What do you think about like her talking about her?
Yeah, this is funny. So this is just her trying to make Fresh look stupid. She's like, okay, you guys went after her. Now we're going to go after you. Blah, 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 blah. Daddy Dane with the $5 super chat says, about to lift while I'm listening. By the way, Donovan, you still lifting? Haven't heard you talk about it in a while. Yes, I am. And there is a reason.
Child, how about your child?
See you now.
See, she's not really. She's. Oh, the Fresh and Fit merch. Yeah, sure, man. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. King Life made some new Fresh and Fit merch. Oh, this is good. This is real good. Yeah, all she's trying to do is put Fresh on the spot. She thinks she's being slick. She thinks she's being funny. Oh, well, what about you? Da 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 da. Give me a second here. Yes, I love it. Oh, I love it. Dude, I fucking love this. I love it. This is so cool. All right, hang on, guys. I'm going to bring this up. This is so fucking cool, dude. So King Life has been working on some Fresh and Fit merch. This is the first... Wait, where did it go? Oh. So this is the first one. This is great. So right there, that's the back. Then it says, Fresh Daddy. That's fucking awesome. I fucking love it, dude. I fucking love it. King Life with the $5 super chat said, the Fresh Daddy hoodies, hopefully in stores soon. Absolutely. Fight for Better Now says, any bets on if he says no comment like his lawyer recommends? I certainly hope he does. I certainly hope he does, because he should not let this stupid bimbo, he should not let this dumb bimbo, no, you ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, watch out.
All right, before did you see what the video I did on that?
No.
Then
I
shut
don't
up.
watch your
Then
show.
shut up. Then shut the fuck up.
See that? See that? See, Myron, dude, Myron knew exactly what I did. Myron knew exactly what I did. Okay? All she wanted to do was talk shit. And Vampire Blood says these men can't take what they dish. Yes, they can. They can take the truth. They can take the truth, Vampire Blood. She wasn't asking Fresh about the child situation because she was concerned about the child. And no, she asked about it to talk about something salacious. Right? She asked about it to talk about something salacious. But when Marquette was addressing her child, he was talking about all of the little girls. Yeah. Sorry. Let's do it.
This is what the internet wants. The internet wants to know
Here's
about
the thing.
what's
I addressed it
happening
already.
with
I exposed her. She's a liar.
Who cares? Like, he's still nutted.
See, here she goes. See? Who cares? He's still nutted in her. Here she goes. That's it. That's it. She just wants to talk. She just wants to talk shit about Fresh.
Who cares?
He nutted in her. He came in her. He was telling her that she was his girlfriend. She was
All right.
kissing all up on her. Like, why you lying? Why you had to lie to her?
I already did a video addressing all of this where I debunked it with evidence and facts and 1080p video. Okay? So how about you watch that video? Then you could come in and ask questions like that because you don't know what the fuck you're talking.
Rangefinder 5000 says, no offense, but in my opinion, Fresh and Fit are kind of cowardly. Well, I'm glad you have that opinion, and thankfully for you, your opinion doesn't really fucking matter. But I appreciate you sharing in this.
Talking about, all right? Okay. And there's a bunch of legal proceedings going on behind the scenes that you probably can't comprehend because you're a fucking retard. So shut your fucking mouth about this topic.
Oh, yes, sir. What the fuck? Hey. What happened? Oh, wow. What the hell? My TKO button is not working at all. Anyway. Yeah, dude. Yeah. She is just low IQ. She's just low IQ and he nutted in there and yeah. Like, bitch. We've already talked about this. Like, she acts like she's breaking news here. She acts like this is going to be her. She acts like this is going to be her moment, right? You nutted in here. No. Ron F313 says it's always a whore trying to be the moral police. Right, exactly.
You don't like you, get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna leave.
Then get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck.
Before you
Then get the fuck out. You disrespectful fucking hoes think you can talk crazy. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. I already addressed the shit. I did a fucking hour-long show where I brought receipts, fucking documents, etc. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is a clout-chasing whore.
That's
fucking
funny,
retard.
man.
You guys all think the same. Fucking retards, man.
I have a
Holy
question.
shit. Room temperature IQ. Talking shit.
I have a
Fucking
question.
dumbass.
See you hoes later. Let's shoot OnlyFans.
Incredible. And fucking incredible.
Yeah, she had, dude. She was really fucking dumb. Like, oh my god.
Incredible. Just get out of here.
I have a question.
Fucking embarrassment to
Fresh, I
society.
have one more question.
Stupid ass
Sure,
bitches.
Fresh. Does my vasectomy tweet make any more sense now than it did a year ago?
Yo, look at Rolo going in on Fresh. This is great. I love it. I love it. I
I'll
love
say this,
it.
man. You know, in terms of
Oh, by the way, King Life confirmed Ling Ling ain't pregnant. She had her period on Friday. Told you.
war, you want to use weapons, right? Some weapons are lethal, not so lethal. You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, thank you.
But
You're still young.
I stand vindicated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got some chats here as well. Camp 2 Time says, question, ladies. What is something that forces you to turn to a man? Something a woman can't tell you or give you. How about people that a man can? So what's something that forces you to turn to a man? For advice or help. Something that a woman can't tell you or give you or help you with that a man can.
Perspective.
That was a
For you?
stupid.
I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, I don't understand the question either.
Okay.
That's twice now.
Yeah. Something a woman can't tell you.
God, shut up.
Okay. I'll say it again for
I
you.
mean, it's true. You
I'll say it again
can't
for you.
comprehend questions. I've noticed that.
Okay, there's a
That's
lot of
trend.
girls in here too that didn't understand the question.
I comprehended your
It was
question.
not
Matter
me.
of fact, I actually remembered it an hour later.
Shut up.
Who the fuck are you talking? Hold on. Who the fuck are you talking to?
To you.
You could get the fuck up out of here too.
Oh, there it is. There it is. She's out.
Disrespectful ass bitch.
Another one bites the dust.
No, you're fucking dumb. You really are dumb.
No, I'm
really are
not.
dumb.
I told you shut
You're
up,
dumb as
turn and
shit.
listen to him. You're interrupting
'Cause
him.
you don't know how
so
to
you've
fucking
been
understand
disrespectful to
anything.
him and to me. Because
Just
from
get
the
up and
beginning
leave.
of the fucking
Just shut up
podcast,
and
you
get up
said to
and
be
leave. Get up and
respectful.
leave.
That's all
Get
the
up and
fucking
leave.
time. Oh,
Get up
shut
and leave.
up.
Frank House is
Oh
back.
my
You
God,
bitches
you're
are
so
stupid. Get the fuck
fucking
out of here. Nobody gives a
lucky.
fuck. You're a dumb whore. You cheat on your
You're
boyfriend.
right
You're a
in the
fucking
fucking
embarrassment to
face.
society. You're a fucking stripper. Your man doesn't like you. He's exploiting you for money. You're dumb as fuck. You're a
No,
whore.
he's
Get the fuck out of here.
not.
Yeah, he is. He let you fuck other niggas for money. You're stupid. You're stupid.
Oh boy.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, fucking bitch.
Oh shit.
Dumb bitch.
God.
The fuck?
Yo, okay.
Welcome to Fresh and Fit, motherfuckers.
Now I
didn't know what I was walking into. This is hilarious.
Start with 8 girls.
Bro.
Start with 8.
Yeah.
Only the
Bro.
strong survive.
I told everyone stop taking the goddamn bait, but
All right.
No, wasn't nobody taking no bait. Wasn't nobody taking no bait. Bitches be stupid. Bitches be dumb.
one after
Sorry.
another.
See ya.
Okay, so again, something a woman can't tell you or give you or help you with that a man can only.
Like advice-wise, or like just to
I
clarify.
think he means like
like,
advice.
That was the question. There was no context. He just read the question verbatim.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I mean, anything like man-related. I feel like I don't want to like.
Yeah, Dos Platos Fu says no bait. That chick is silly. Yeah, right.
Stereotypical, but putting air in my tires, car, sports, like all of the above, handyman shit, like anything like that. I do not try to sit here and think like I got this. I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm definitely
gonna call
sitting
a
you
man,
downstairs when I hear
and I'm gonna ask a man.
Luna said that blonde looks like Jay Leno. She does. By the way, Luna, she claims she's 31.
Was this her earring?
Probably.
She don't need it.
Okay.
Could be, yeah.
What about you?
I don't know, like based on my experience thus far, I would say that probably like financial security. A lot of women don't know how to handle their money correctly. They throw it all around the room, pretend like it doesn't exist.
Right.
Like forget about it emotionally.
Girl math.
So
You
they
don't know
can
what a
just
billionaire
get
is.
That's a good
through
point.
it. So yeah, I think that's like I think it's a great thing to ask a man about.
What about you?
To ask a man about definitely financial stability and just more like labor things around the house or
A man's touch, basically.
Yes, things that women aren't usually doing.
And for you?
I would say financial, but I would also say like fatherhood, you know, because like we don't know it
Yeah,
at
there you
all.
go.
There's nothing that we'll know about it. Whether
King Life says Ling Ling also dipped off YouTube and Twitter. She got all the clout she could get and disappeared, like we said from the beginning. There you go.
it's having a child and being like a little boy and having to take him through what it is to be a little man, you know, we'll never know that. So
Well said. And if you?
Yeah, I said perspective. I also agree with everything the other lady said. But perspective, not sometimes, women were emotional, so we look at things through a different lens oftentimes. And sometimes it's easier when you're, like how you said, you're freaking out and you're like, and it's like, okay, you're going to grab me up, let me have my moment, and then we're going to have a talk, and you'll probably be able to explain the logical side when I'm in the emotional state, and then maybe we could get to a better ground, not just relationship-wise, in any scenario.
All right, thank you. Temtem says, ask Marquette, what is an NFT? Okay.
Thesassin.com. THESASN.com.
I like that.
I have a whole conference on it.
And then, yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Vampire Blood said she recently showed herself at the hospital with the ultrasound. Oh, boy. Yeah, Vampire Blood, you can get fake ultrasounds anywhere. Dude, the jig is up, Vampire Blood. It's over. It's over, and Vampire Blood knows it.
Let's move on. We got Voyager Globus says, Chris here. Love your work. I need to talk to you about my project. What's the best way to make this happen? I'm willing to pay for the consultation. Thanks.
Oh, for me?
I think, Fresh and Fit, yeah? How should he reach you?
You could just DM me, not Unplug Fit.
All right, what's your Instagram?
Not Unplug Fit.
Not Unplug Fit.
One. Yeah.
On Instagram.
What's the new one? Yeah, that's the new one, yeah.
Shout out to Bills, by the way, for getting this done. Shout out to Bills.
Yeah.
Columbia to Malaysia says, Michael, Mike, and Rolo, what the heck? How on earth do you not know how to pronounce nor spell Marquette Burton's name? Every video he pronounces his name. You can't be that trusted.
Marquette.
We can't be trusted.
Yeah, apparently.
You don't say names.
Sorry,
right?
It was both of them, huh?
Yeah,
apparently. I said Marquette. Did I not say Marquette?
Damn.
I think that the confusion is like
I had pronounced it Marquette all this time. I thought it was Marquette too. Yeah, Swaycap says, dudes really want to see Fresh and Fit really sink that bad they believe anything. Dude, right. People will believe, I'm telling you, man, people will believe anything bad about you if they don't like you. It's the human condition.
The punter for the
Marquette.
Raiders was Marquette King, and they get confused. But yeah, it's Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette King, yeah.
Pretty sure I said
It's
it.
French, right?
What's your middle name?
Well, let that be a lesson to you guys.
Yes.
Thank you for that score.
Thank you to the super chatter. I
Ty
appreciate
Logan
it.
says, Marquette Burton, the Saint is the only person I know in all of internet history that has put over $250,000 in his supporters' pockets. Join the Assassin Saint and the Saint Nation to become a part of that. Okay?
Oh, very good.
We have here again, Fast Like Bobby says, Saint gonna tell you the truth, and so will Myron. I don't know about the other guy, but these Saints are the truth. Please get your feelings out of it and listen to, because everyone else is gonna lie to you.
We read that one earlier.
Oh, we did?
That came away earlier.
Mike Davis says, Jakey boy doesn't deserve a seat at the table. Socially awkward move. Man,
Okay. That's a little, what?
I'm not reading
Your
this,
ass
bro.
all day long.
Yeah, he'll kick your fucking ass.
I'm not
Fuck
reading
you.
this, yeah, whatever.
Oh, I guess
we
it's
have here
really
Darius
not
says,
that
if you're a
big.
kind woman, join the Lady Saints. How do they join?
Ooh.
Thesassin.com. THESASN.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was talking to you, it's not just to disparage you. Like truly, if you check my background, you'll find that I have a sincere care for people. I am certain that I know a way that people can find success, and so I facilitate that. And that's all it was. I wasn't trying to like piss you off or anything like that. And I hope that you can get a sense of that.
Okay. Vcrip says,
Well, he's a bigger man than me because I wouldn't have said shit to her. Oh, I guess his one booty call left. I guess he's going to try and work on the redhead.
peace to the Saints. Please be mindful of the Saint. You share the room with him. It would be unwise to think that you could contend with him in any way. Practically impossible. Behoove your natural role and admire masculinity in its purest form. Peace to the Saints.
Peace to the Saints.
There we go.
I think going in.
Yeah.
Earning Leisure says, this is why the red pill can't be trusted. Join Assassin or nothing.
Damn.
God damn.
Assassin or nothing.
Whoa, wait.
Jason Todd says, modern women want you to protect them, but don't want you to tell them what to do. If we took your mentality into a post-apocalyptic situation, we'd be dead in less than 24 hours. God damn.
Jesus.
Damn. Last few here.
Yeah, Sean Morris, you are right, though. She is still mad, though.
Andrew says, Jake Shields is a G. Then boys will soon no longer control the U.S.
Oh my God, the boys.
I have nothing to do with this. Do not cancel me.
He says,
One last
you've
one
been
at
talking
the
about them
end,
boys.
man.
He says, Jake, don't let that low IQ anons cloud your perspective. Question is 100% legit. Q said Alex Jones is a Mossad.
War Tyrant says still mad, but would still let him beat it. You know it. You know they'd let him beat that shit up.
Tell y'all.
Who is?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
It's a Mossad.
As a Mossad
Stuff
what
is
does that
getting
mean?
complex.
He's been extra critical. Well, he just started becoming critical.
Just started.
of Israel.
Took a little bit.
Recently, yeah.
Recently, so I
Drew-
wouldn't say that.
Drew Alves says W Saint, WFNF, W Padrinos. All right.
Padrinos.
Last one here says, Durag Myron. To the ladies on the pod, I'm with y'all. I see wisdom is chasing all of you, but you are all just too fast. Okay. All right. That's it for.
I will tell you this. Fresh and Fit are often in Vegas with Sertain and Rolo, and we're moving to Reno. We're going to be in Vegas quite a bit. So yeah, you guys might see a Donovan Marquette collaboration sooner than later.
For us.
Hilarious.
All right. Yes.
All right, we'll get the last thoughts from the ladies.
Ladies, last thoughts, comments, questions?
I think that both as men and women, I mean, we'll always like kind of agree to disagree or just disagree to disagree till the end of time. However, I think as a collective society, if we were able to find a way to understand that both of us can learn from each other and provide each other things, that perhaps the world would become more balanced. And I think we're just so out of balance that it's just like we're so far apart that there's like we're just speaking two different languages.
I disagree.
completely.
I think the reason why we're the problems that we have now is because we go off the female way of thinking.
Thank you.
And we
There
don't
it
go
is.
off the male way of thinking.
There it is. That's exactly what it is. And the proof of that is all of them squawking anytime anybody said anything that had a note of truth, a modicum of truth. They started squawking. Sean Morris says, will your streams be at the same time now that you'll be on Pacific time? Oh, that is wow. Jesus, I haven't even thought that far ahead. Wow, that is a very good question. Last thoughts. Yeah, that's funny.
Anymore. I think that's where the problems actually lie.
That part.
Is that we care way too much about how women think, how they perceive the world, looking at the world from a female perspective.
And they police our language.
I think we need to go back to looking at the world from a male perspective because, to be quite honest with you, if you put women
Elena said, provide hoish services. Elena
in control, they fuck everything up.
Oh.
To be honest with you.
Don't stop. Keep going.
Yeah, just
I'm
the
here
truth.
for it.
I mean, there's a reason why a woman wants a man who's dominant that could put her in her place. You even admitted this yourself. So you
Are you
proved it for
referring
me.
to like prior when was it that we were running the world in a male, like prior to like women's rights or like where
like right now, right?
Yeah.
All the laws, legislatively, the way politicians run, the way advertisers market their products, the way everything is
Who the
done
hell is
now,
that
it's all
behind Myron?
done from a female perspective. A
like when
female
was
lens.
the break is what I'm saying, like when was it, like where did
I mean,
it
this has been going on since like the 60s, but like
Sexual
it's become
revolution.
more and more prominent over the decades. Like they were starting this bullshit in the 90s where they were like masculinized.
I'm sorry, does this woman not remember or know what feminism is?
Female characters. I was watching this movie yesterday, The Bone Collector, Denzel Washington. and,
very good movie.
Gabriel
Angelina Jolie.
Charlize Theron.
Who plays
Angelina Jolie.
No. It's
you're
Judd.
right.
It's Ashley. Was it?
No, it is Angelina Jolie. 1,000%.
It's Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
It's Angelina Jolie and Denzel Washington. In the movie, she's a cop, and her boyfriend, who she was sleeping with, is a guy that is, he's saying, "Oh, why aren't we in a relationship?" Or wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, so they started this indoctrination of masculinizing the woman and making
Angie.
the man feminine since the fucking 90s, and they've been doing this since the 60s, but they've been slowly doing it. And then women like you complain.
Wait a minute. He just made a very good point. Hold up.
Now it's all done from a female perspective.
Like when was the break? Is what I'm saying. Like when was it? Like where? Did
This has been going on since like the '60s, but like it's become more and more prominent over the decades. Like they were starting this bullshit in the '90s, where they're like masculinizing female characters. I was watching this movie yesterday, The Bone Collector, Denzel Washington,
very good movie.
Gabriel Union,
Charlize Theron,
who plays Angelina Jolie.
No. It's Judd.
Yeah.
It's Ashley. Was it?
No, it's Angelina Jolie. It's Angelina Jolie and Denzel Washington. In the movie, she's a cop, and her boyfriend, who she was sleeping with, is a guy that is, he's saying, "Oh, why aren't we in a relationship?" Or wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, so they started this indoctrination of masculinizing the woman and making the man feminine since the fucking '90s, and they've been doing this since.
Yeah, and The Bone Collector is an old. I actually remember seeing that in the theater, but he's right.
'60s, but they've been slowly doing it, and then women like you complain.
But who's doing that?
I can't find it.
Who's propagating that?
The government.
I'll go to World War II.
Jake will tell you.
Not on this podcast. Not on this podcast.
This officially started.
We're on Rumble.
This is funny as shit, man. Who's telling you? Who's like this? It is so funny. Is this bitch really? Is this bitch really gonna act brand new? Like, are you really gonna act brand new? Like, come on, it's ridiculous.
We are. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
It started in World War II when we were engaged in global warfare and we were sending our young men out to die. Then we needed people producing spare parts, munitions, weapons of war. Well, the men were out fighting, so then we had Rosie the Riveter making a muscle, even though it's pathetic to look at a woman trying to make a muscle.
Yes.
Because mostly it's not there and it's not strong if it is there. So we put you guys in the factory and told you that you should be a worker instead of a housewife because your husband was gone. And then we never put you back into the kitchen after the guys returned from war. It was a whole blockade of propaganda. The government also influences and funds Hollywood as well, which is a fact.
Totally.
So this was the start of the decline of Western civilization, specifically the white male patriarch known as the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. We saw the decline of religion and much else, and that is when the female started to get outside of the home and into trouble.
So the government. We're blaming the government.
See, there we go. You see that? Do you see that? You see that? I knew that was a disingenuous question from this woman. I knew this was a disingenuous question from this woman. She just what she is trying to do is she is trying to marginalize where she's trying to marginalize and discredit what's really happening. Oh, so we're just going to blame the government. That what? It's almost like she didn't want. It's like she didn't even address what he was talking about. Blame the government. What? Like, what are you talking? Like, she didn't hear what the fuck he said.
He just named a multitude. He just named a multitude of institutions.
I totally understand. I'm saying, as like who?
This is a disingenuous question. She wants us to pinpoint who the people are who are putting out these crazy ideas, and he just told you, but she's going to ask for it anyway. Yes, King Colonels on the Rumble side says the stupid bitch wants to point the finger at someone. Exactly. Vaughn says he broke it down like a fraction, and that's what she had to say. Dude, I mean, so blame the government. Did you not hear what he just... Oh, my God.
Who propagated that first is what I'm saying. The military?
What the...
So
the military is the
government. Yeah, I think this is the right podcast to get into it.
Yeah, for sure, exactly. Because I think you're probably aware, it seems like there's certain characters that like to
I don't mean names. I'm saying you're saying the elites or the 1%. Or
man, we're on Rumble, bro. Say what you want.
Whoever they are.
We're on Rumble, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. It gets complicated, but
it does.
I don't know if we really should get
Listen,
it's a long topic to dive into.
Oh, no.
No. What she's trying to do here, guys, what she's trying to do is she's trying to say that there is no feminist movement. I think that's what she's trying to say. She's trying to say, well, who is saying this? And then she wants to discredit who is saying that. This is
I'd like to hear different people's perspectives.
We don't actually have to name the group to know what the solution is.
Boom, there you go.
So, like, for example, like, say you were morbidly obese. I don't have to figure out exactly why you're fat. I don't have to figure out, like, are you eating cupcakes? Are you eating late at night? to give you the solution, which is exercise and reduce caloric intake.
Sure.
Right.
No.
So we're more solution oriented. But yes, since
I just
World
like
War
to see
II
the pattern, so I
Yeah.
can see like where in society the break was, so that
Let me
we
gauge the
can
girl's
kind of
knowledge.
understand-
Does anyone?
No, you don't want to understand anything. And there, Devin says she's trying to blame men. There you go, man. That's dude. I think Devin. I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah. Aaron Raman says she's trying to say it's a myth. Yeah, I think she's trying to discredit this thing. I think she's trying to take the blame off of women and feminism and put it on the government and men. That's why, we'll just blame the government. And like Devin said, she's trying to blame men. That's exactly what this is.
One at the table
solution.
know who it is, just out of curiosity.
Who would it?
Who would it?
The led to these things, feminism, etc.
The
Homosexuality,
one
transgender.
person?
Yeah, all that
or-
stuff. Yeah,
women.
Does anyone know?
Runs Hollywood.
You said that you
the
knew.
music industry.
Does anyone know?
Banking.
Okay, nobody knows.
Banking.
All right.
Well, one person or breaking it down to
No,
one
I just kind of
person?
wanted to see where they're.
There it is. See, we're just breaking it down to one person. Come on, man.
We can't. If we brought it up, it would just.
It would take a while to problem.
Yeah, because they don't even know who it is. So it's like if we said it, they're like, what? And then, yeah.
You'd have to go into
Are you
deep
talking about it like
explanation.
a singular person?
Yeah,
or
That's what I'm
like-
saying. Is
I
it
don't
one
know.
person?
See how they all want to know who and what it is? The reason why they want to know who it is or who it was is so they can attack that person. That's all, dude. That's all this is. This is a transparent ploy.
And is it a group? Is it?
Women did that?
It's like a mafia.
I mean, I get it. We
This
can
is
get
so
into
funny.
the Rothschilds and all that crap. I get it. I'm saying, like, is it one person?
We can move it
or-
along. We can move it along.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I want to know that.
King Colonels with the $2 Rumble rant says, Donovan, it's time. Tip off in 15 minutes. Go Sixers. Oh, we're 5.5 point favorites. Yes, guys, I have a hard stop at, I'll go till 7. But yeah, I'm going at 7 because I got to watch my Sixers.
I could say a lot of things, but I'll just say that, like, yes, I agree with you. I have seen a huge decline in masculinity. I have seen a huge, that's why, like, so many men are buying OnlyFans. That's why so many men are okay with this kind of lifestyle. Well, not okay, but they obviously buy into it. There's a lot of things that are out of balance right now. And a lot of females are weakened by it because they don't feel like well, of course they do have a place in society. Of course they can do a lot of things with what they have. But like the amount of downplay that women have nowadays is insane. The place that women...
Yes, Embiid is definitely playing. Yes. That's why we held him out on Sunday.
Put themselves in is insane comparable to men. And then men aren't being recognized for who they are, so they're also being downplayed and demasculinized or whatever. I feel like a lot of men are just like, I don't know, they're not men anymore.
All right. What about you? Thoughts on the show? Final thoughts? Questions?
I think it was a healthy debate. You know, we can agree to disagree, and there's different perspectives, and I'm appreciative to be here on the show and talk to everybody here.
Thank you for coming. What about you?
Well, how about that? She actually nailed the dismount. She stuck the landing. She stuck the landing. Jesus fucking Christ. She nailed the dismount. She stuck the landing. She doesn't look like a complete fucking idiot anymore.
I think that, in order for us to keep society being a decent society, we need to make sure that our children are protected. And it's one thing to do sex work, but it's another thing to condone it and then publicize it, because I actually saw a thing that said that over time, our children will no longer be children anymore. There will be no childhood. There will be young individuals, but there will not be childhood anymore. And there's nothing wrong with doing what you need to do to be in survival to get it done, but to turn that and say, okay, like, this is the best thing that there is, I think that is completely wrong. And I just really hope that we really change our perspective.
Did you have the same mindset as some of the girls?
Dude, that is... she's talking directly to the redhead, man. She's talking directly to the redhead. Anytime that married woman chimed in, it was when we were talking about kids. She really, really has a soft spot for kids. That's why when she talked about the redhead, she's like, yes, he wants to protect her daughter. All right.
Girls earlier on the podcast, like retarded Danny Banks, etc. Before you got married?
Oh my God. Debo28 My Chain says, let's go Sixers. We need to catch a game sometime, Donovan, before you leave New Jersey. Maybe PJs like their wings. Oh my God. PJ Willahans, bro. You're speaking my language, fam. You are speaking my language, homie. Oh my God. I love me some PJs, bro.
No, I never had the same mindset. I just was in survival.
Okay. So you knew, like, all right.
Right. You guys are saying the cover doesn't match the book. Now, listen to what Myron's questioning is. You guys can definitely see, listen, you guys can look at her and you can tell that she's made some bad decisions in life. You can tell that she's made some bad decisions in life, but
Or there will be no childhood. There will be young individuals, but there will not be childhood anymore. And there's nothing wrong with doing what you need to do to be in survival to get it done. But to turn that and say, okay, like, this is the best thing that there is, I think that is completely wrong. And I just really hope that we really change our perspective.
Did you have the same mindset as some of the girls earlier on the podcast, like retarded Danny Banks, etc., before you got married?
No, I never had the same
There you go.
mindset. I just was in survival.
see, there it is. She's like, I never had that same mindset, but I was in survival mode. So she's able to admit, yeah, I made some bad mistakes, but I was fortunate to find someone who could deal with me.
Okay. So you knew, like, all right, I got to get the fuck up out of this and find a man versus I'm a boss and I got a lifestyle to maintain and all this other shit.
I actually never even tried to be a boss in that situation. I would work until I made what I needed to make, and I'd never even try to go over it because I would try to heal myself in the moments that I had off to get back to where I was to do it again.
You know what's interesting? I've always said that, like, when girls make money, they'll be like, oh, I made $1,000. That's
Yes, that's good. They made $1,000 and that's it. They don't want to make any more.
good. I'm good now. And then they get the fuck up out of there. And this is the difference, because like you guys were trying to insult him for saying that women aren't hard workers. The reality is that women just make the money as a means to an end to get the lifestyle, whatever.
And as soon as they attain it, that's
they make
it.
enough. All right, I'm done. But for men, it's like, oh, I made $1,000 today. If I do this 30 days,
yes,
I can make $30,000.
That's
And
right.
men will have a higher proclivity to work hard because our status is contingent
Mac with the $5 super chat says, "Good luck, Philly. Appreciate that."
upon that. Our ability to attract a mate is contingent upon that. But for women, it's not. Like, you guys can get a guy and be a brokey. But we can't do that. So this is why men in general just work harder than women. Like, it's just
we need to.
Like, you know, a lot of girls, well, women make more money nowadays. I mean, guys go into more laborious jobs. Women don't. They
Do
go
we
into
want to be making more money
cushy-
these days anyway? We should be being mothers and being in the household, being cooks, and getting back to how it used to be, and having the men be on the
See,
battlefield.
but most girls would tell you you're lazy and you're stupid for saying that. So
That is
most women would tell you that they would shit on you for saying that.
And that's the psyops that's happening.
They'd
Of
shit on you for saying
course,
that.
yeah, for sure.
I agree with you.
You have a soul. Like, you have a soul. And there have been some soulless individuals here that, frankly, are just energy suckers. And it's like they almost hate you for having a soul. And just side note, I actually.
This nigga is savage as fuck. He's like, they almost hate you for having a soul. Oh my
You probably
God.
should mention, like, when I said I was selling drugs, I was 12 years old. I was born into poverty. I was a child. I was 12 years old. But the moment that I could transition into something, I did. So those were the decisions of a child versus the decisions of a woman. But in both cases, they're bad. And I just really want to know, like, it's our responsibility to hold things together.
And here's the thing, it's funny because, like, if I ask the Saint, hey, was selling drugs shameful? He wouldn't stutter. He'd be like, yeah, it was.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I noticed when he asked you guys that, you guys have had an issue and didn't want to concede to that.
There you go.
So I think that's a big difference. But yeah, do you have some? What about you? Yeah.
I just wanted to.
Or did
say
you finish your
that-
point? Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Change
Last
starts
thoughts.
with uncomfortable conversations, and change.
Yeah, Swaycap says, though the cover doesn't match the book, her attitude and mannerisms makes her attractive. Dude, I would rather have a tatted up chick like that than have someone who looks like a church girl with the mind of a feminist. It's almost like a different species. It's almost like a different species. But yeah, listen. She's made some bad decisions. She is... Oh, okay. Oh, so it's 20 minutes to tip off. Okay. So we're good. We got 20 minutes to tip off. She is one of a very, very few women. She's one of a very few women. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry about that. There you go. Okay, gotcha. She is one of a very lucky few women who was lucky enough to find out that she had been lied to or whatever the case may be, and it was almost too late. Like, something like, dude, and listen, Devin was in that same boat. Devin was in that same boat. The reason why I'm with Devin, the reason why I even noticed her and gave her a shot to be in a relationship, the first thing I noticed about her was the way she looked. She was physically attractive enough to get my attention. But again, she's 39 at the time, and again, I had to unravel a lifetime of bad habits. A lifetime of habits that she had never been checked on. Right? And so today Devin is she's fit, feminine, friendly. She takes good care of me. Everybody knows we have a wonderful relationship. We unofficially got married back at the CME last fall, and we have a great relationship. Like we really, really do. But the point that I'm really trying to make here, guys, is that every once in a while, there can come a time where a woman kind of goes through the fire and she manages to have her life salvaged. That woman, thankfully, is young enough. She appears to have her whole life ahead of her. So good for her. Scott Cheetos with a $5 super chat says, one more super chat for my guy Donovan. Good luck to your Sixers. Rooting for y'all. Yeah, Rocky, one of my good friends, man, Rocky Savo. Sorry, Rock. Go Sixers. Let's continue.
And getting the world to run smoothly and set good examples. And if you don't have these conversations, these plus others, there's other ways to do it. You don't have conversations, you don't have communication, and you don't listen to receive and just listen to respond, you don't learn.
There
and
you
don't
go.
change the world, and you don't change yourself. I also would like to say I'm a big mental health advocate. With mental health, you have to start with being real with yourself. Hey, what's wrong? What is going wrong with me? How can I be the best person to contribute to the world? Because, hey, life's short. We want to be the...
Well, I said all that to say this. Devin doesn't wear her, fortunately, physically, on Devin, you can't see her bad decisions. You can't see them. Right? We make fun of tatted up chicks all the time. At least they make it easy for us to identify which ones to stay the fuck away from.
The best that we can be and figure yourself out. Self-love, women, I'm always going to promote that. Self-love does not look like saying fuck everything and everybody. It's love. It starts with love, and you put it out, and you be real with yourself.
I have a question.
What's that?
You said you have a commercial cleaning business. Did you start up that business through the money that you made from dancing?
Partially, yes.
There you go.
Okay. Like, how long did you dance before you were able to make that segue?
I could have made it prior. I was nervous to just jump into it, so that's it probably a couple years.
Okay, so you were dancing for a couple of years and you were able to transition out like 2-3 years, something like that?
Yeah, something like
Dos Platos Fu says everybody's a mental health advocate. Like, damn, yeah. Everybody's, I'm a mental health advocate. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Aaron Ramad says mental health advocate equals crazy hoe cool down. That's fucking brilliant. I like that. That's funny. Elena says, let's dig into more trauma and fix your emotional trauma. Self-love, pure narcissism. Damn. Y'all are savage in the chat. God damn.
And then you took that money and invested into your business. And when's the last time you danced since then?
Ooh.
Yesterday.
It's been a few years.
Oh.
All right. No, I just asked that because what I've noticed is like very rarely do girls like transition out of that. Like,
yes.
Like
He's right.
I mean, most of the girls here are still.
And see, that's the thing. See, that woman. Now, see, this woman is fortunate. Okay, so she's stripped for a few years. All right. But not everybody remembers that you're a stripper. You know what I mean? Maybe she moved, maybe she could, whatever the case may be. She actually got out. So there's another woman who saw what was happening and managed to do something about it before it was too late. Now, she's got a 6-year-old kid, so she's got that to worry about, but she's 28, she's attractive, and she has her own business. So guess what? You know she's not going to be a gold digger, and you have a woman who also knows how to run a business. So there you go. So, look, man, I know we talk a lot of shit about bitches ain't shit, and they really aren't. They really, really aren't. But I'm telling you, what a woman lacks in youth or beauty, she can certainly make up for it in other places. Now, obviously, like I said, she has to be physically attractive. If we do not want to have sex with a woman, we're never going to find anything out about who they really are as people. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. But if they can offer us things outside of just the way they look, okay, she's a single mom, right? I mean, it's a hard sell. It's a really hard sell, but she's still relatively young. She's very attractive, and she has her own business. So maybe that would be enough to offset the kid. For me, it wouldn't. But for some, maybe. You never know. But the tatted up chick, yeah, her bad decisions are all over her. But she's married and she's traditional. Now, it might not be with the guy she really wanted originally, but guess what? She's another one who got out before her life was ruined. So good for her.
In it, right? So like they haven't, they like, or they're in and they're still in it.
Yeah, it's hard.
So,
fast money is an addictive thing.
Yes,
and
it is.
That's why I think your mental health is really important, because you need to have the discernment to know, hey,
fast?
This is my plan.
Does that also mean easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question.
Oops. Uh-oh.
You guys ever want to get out the industry? You ever want to get out?
Yeah.
Yeah? You?
I don't want to get out. I'm very happy in it.
Wait, hold on. Oh, did the redhead say she wanted to get out of the industry?
And they're still in it.
Yeah, it's hard.
So,
Fast money is an addictive thing, and that's why I think your mental health is really important, because you need to have the discernment to know, hey,
fast?
This is my plan.
Does that also mean easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question. Do you guys ever want to get out the industry? You ever want to get out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
See, there it is. The redhead immediately, yeah. Of course, they all do.
You?
I don't want to get out. I'm very happy in it. But I know that there will be a means to an end, and I have no qualms about that.
There you go, girl. Double down.
Okay.
All right.
I got out because it just didn't resonate with me. My soul, I could feel it was bringing me down. I mean, you could
Yes. That's it.
say the devil was taking over.
Oh,
I mean, like, it's,
There it is. It was destroying her. The business was fucking destroying her. She almost didn't have a soul. She might have a little bit of soul, but there's not much left, man.
it's a real. I danced. So I was underage dancing in LA.
Damn. Oh my God. More emotional. Dude, hold up. Where is it? Yep. There it is.
Emotional damage.
Ay. Oh my God. Dude, dancing underage in Los Angeles. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. These fucking women. I swear to God, it's all the same, man.
Yeah, really bad. Really bad.
what's the age? What is the age in
I
LA?
was 17. So, I was dancing in LA at 16, 17. Did it for a couple years. Had some really crazy years. Was not living my highest potential and the things I had done prior in my life because I wasn't happy with myself. And staying in it
Ron F313 says, here we go. You damn right about that.
made me realize it was making me become someone I didn't
All right, Sway Cap, take it easy, brother.
want to become, and I didn't recognize myself anymore. So I decided to take myself out, not out of shame, not out of embarrassment.
You got
it
out,
was
like,
not
what, like
in
20?
alignment with me.
21. When did you get out?
21.
21.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Dude, she stripped for 5 years until she was 21. Oh my God. And Ron F313 says most likely selling her body as well. You know she was popping that pussy in the club now. You know she was selling it on the side. Oh my goodness. Damn. Ain't that some shit?
Oh, I've been out for a long time, and it's been hard. It's been hard trying to do my own businesses and have regular jobs and trying to balance it all. And there's just days hard as far as like,
Are
because
you saying
she's
that
saying
it was easy?
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. The Saint is about to dunk on him one more time. The Saint was about to dunk on, he's about to dunk on him one more time. They all talked about how hard being an OnlyFans model is, how hard it is being a sex worker. Yet, this is the second time someone said, when I left the business, it was hard. If it were so hard to be in the business, why is it then so hard to leave? There it is. See? Here he comes.
Easy and fast when you were stripping.
There it is. I'm telling you.
I wouldn't say easy, but fast. I don't think dancing or anything in the adult industry is easy.
And she is going to die on this hill. Gentlemen, let me let you in on a little secret. If you haven't learned anything from me in all of these years of content creation, understand this. If you ever want to know if something is easy to do, you look at the percentage of women that are doing it. Let me repeat that. If you ever want to know if something is easy to do, look at the percentage of women that do it. College. Most women are in college. Why class? Because college is what? Easy. Women never, ever do what's hard. Ever. Attractive women have now learned that they can monetize their beauty. And they're doing it in more and more extreme ways. We all know it. And now it's OnlyFans where, Madeline down the street, who nobody knows, is going to be on Fresh and Fit talking about her OnlyFans. Her life is over because she's 21 and decided to make some quick cash. Man. So when the fact that she keeps saying it's so hard, no. The reason why sex work is so much more prevalent than we think is because it's easy. And it's funny, the difficulty she's talking about isn't the work. No, the difficulty that she's describing are the consequences to sex work. See, that's what she's talking about when she says sex work is hard. No. Sex work in and of itself is not hard at all. No. Oh, but the consequences are very hard. Very, very tough to deal with. Oh, you better fucking believe it. You better believe it. The way people look at you when they find out what you do for a living, yeah, that's pretty goddamn hard. I would say so. Dude, it's easy to get on the stage and shake ass. It's easy to pop your pussy on the side. It's easy to turn on your camera and fuck some random dude for $5.99 per month. All of that's easy. That's why bitches do it all the time. No, the hard part is dealing and living with the consequences. So she can miss me with all this right here. Fuck out of here with that.
Fast.
But what you're doing now is
not
hard.
laborious.
See,
maybe
there it is.
Totally.
See?
What you're doing now is hard.
There it is.
It definitely is more laborious.
See, did you see her stutter? She knows.
Requires a lot more mental strength and just requires more of me, which for me, I like the challenge.
Is harder. And here goes the hamster. Well, I like it because it's a sweetheart, baby, just admit that life is harder for you now that you're not a sex worker anymore. Just admit it. Like baby, you already took the L. You already took the L, man. You got out of the business for a reason. Don't try to legitimize now being in the business for so long. Just stick the landing.
Challenge because I want to live up to my highest potential.
Oh, yeah,
that's
there you go.
what makes me truly feel fulfilled. But I had to live the life and come full circle to fully comprehend and live that.
Yeah, that's literally bitch babble. Bitch babble with a little bit of hamster.
If you guys talk long enough, that truth eventually comes out.
Woo! Oh my God. Unbelievable. Wow. Marquette got her to tell on herself. Jesus.
Hard work. being in the sex industry.
Yeah,
I think it's more mentally. It's just mentally taxing. I mean,
No. Yeah, no. It is mentally taxing, but it's not the actual work. No, it's the consequences that are mentally taxing. Again, the hard part about sex work is the consequences, the cost.
I mean, physically, sure, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Your soul.
Thank you.
That's not the work. That's the consequence.
Oh my God, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking serious? Did this dude really just say exactly what I just said? Unbelievable. Great, dude, they say great minds think alike. There it is. He nailed it. Dude, he nailed it. On target. Boom. Dead shot. Right down the middle. You were talking about the consequences, not the act.
Your soul died.
Totally, but it does regardless take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
Which is not normal.
Well, yes, of course, but again, it takes a lot out of you doesn't mean that sex work is hard.
Yeah.
Take us away, brother.
I ain't got much to add. I think it was a good conversation. We had a bunch of good points. Mostly friendly. A couple of the girls bounced, but overall pretty good.
Myron, what's the record for like castles on your show?
I don't. No, we've had
in one show,
the whole show.
Why do you call it? Why do you call it that?
You've kicked out the whole show.
Panel, basically.
Yeah.
Why do you call it?
Show's over.
This is funny. Why do you do that? Why do you guys be assholes? Here we go. You want to know why you want to know why they kick bitches out? You want to know why they kick bitches out? To show them that you can be told fucking no.
Comes from
Listen to this. Why do you want to be assholes?
Mostly friendly.
Look, listen. They still want to take shots at.
Well, the girls bounced, but overall pretty good.
Myron, what's the record for like castles on your show?
I don't. No, we've had
in one show,
the whole show.
Why do you call it? Why do you call it that?
You've kicked out the whole show.
Panel, basically.
Yeah.
Why do you call it?
Show's over.
It comes from Frank Castle.
The Punisher.
The Punisher.
Oh, she said, why do you call it castles? Okay.
I got that nickname after I had a TikTok that went viral, and I said, like, hey, if a girl cancels on a date, you need to punish that bad behavior. And if you do meet up with her, she's got to pay for the first round on the next date. And then they said, well, Punisher, what are you talking about? Like, because the whole concept of, like, punishing bad behavior for women is, like, a foreign fucking concept. So I said, well, in that case, you guys are going to get mad at me for punishing girls for doing dumb shit.
I remember.
Call me Frank Castle. That's how I came up with that name. So, yeah, just basically, because guys are simps, man. A lot of times they'll let girls walk all over them, talk to them crazy, etc. Matter of fact, a lot of the girls that I kicked off the podcast, the reason they behave that way is it's a byproduct of the men that they've had.
Thank you. There it is. That's why they act that way. Because no man has ever told them no. They've never suffered the consequences.
In the past, allowing them to behave that way they did.
There you go.
I've dealt with Danny Banks before. She's fucking annoying. But the thing is that when you're famous and you're a chick and you make money, etc., you think you can talk to people anyway. Like, no, man, that's not how this fucking works.
No.
Like, I have a very low tolerance for female disrespect.
Stop the cap.
No, Myron. Myron does not have a low tolerance for female disrespect. Actually, he has a low tolerance for female disrespect, but that tolerance, he loosens it a little bit. Listen, truthfully, if Myron had his way, the first time a bitch disrespected him, she'd be the fuck up out of there. But he lets them get away with it a few times, just to show that just to show that he can exercise a little temperance. Because when he kicks a bitch out, it's either she did something just fucking egregious right then and there, or she's been needling at him time after time after time, or snide comments, just keeping at it. Yeah. It was or making low IQ statements like Blondie, as Dos Platos Fu said. Yes, Myron is that's probably a better word for it, Elena. He's patient. He's not tolerant. There you go.
And the reason why I have such a low tolerance for it is because I can't hit them. As a man, if you the difference is this, right? There's a small Yeah, I can't hit them. I'm not gonna hit them.
Trying to be accurate here.
Yeah,
you know.
We would never hit women.
I can't, and I never would.
Never hit women, by the way.
I can't, and I never would. So I nip it in the butt immediately, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna tolerate this fuckery from you because you are not prepared to do physical combat with me, and I'm not gonna do physical combat with you because you're a fucking woman. I don't look at you as an equal. I look at you as an inferior.
This one
honest.
called you a fucking bitch when she walked out. A guy would never.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. There it is, Marquette, dude. Bingo. A guy would never. Scott Cheeto says, game time. I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Appreciate it. Go Sixers. He is absolutely right. A guy would never, ever do that. Why? Because we all know that there is a low-level threat of violence. Elena says, I still remember how you handled Lana during our show. You gave her a warning. She didn't get it. Goodbye. All right, gentlemen, I've got to leave it right there because your Philadelphia 76ers are about to win this play-in. We're about to win this play-in game. And nobody wants to play the Sixers right now. Nobody wants it in the playoffs. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.